Good morning to you. It is Monday. TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. We are alive and well, and for that we give God thanks. Good morning to you. If you're listening on the 90 FM band, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9 on your FM dial, we appreciate your company there. Those of you listening to the radio in your car, at home, in your business place, good morning to you. If you are listening and watching on our YouTube channel, good morning to you. The channel is Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. That's Nationwide 90 FM LIVE with the number 2 beside that. So if you're joining us on this platform, please subscribe. Click the subscription button. It's free. Click the notification bell as well. And click the like button when you found this live. I want to say good morning to Frank White, who's first in the chat this morning. Zazzy Girl, good morning to you. Marlene Russell, good morning. Donna Johnson, good morning to you. Errol Townsend, big up yourself every time. Errol. Rupert Wilson, good morning to you. Albert Morgan. Prosette, good morning. Andy Eldmar, good morning to you. Martin Campbell. Frank White. Oh, Frank White was first. Good morning. Tevin Johnson, good morning to you. Sonia Hutton, good morning to you. Hugh Donaldson. Let me see who else. Monica Stone is also there. Mikkel is also there. Cheerful Birds, good morning. Stacy, Orville Virtue, Joel Levy, Jillian Coleman, Willow Will, Jean Sellers. Who else? Michelle Martin. Yeah, man, everybody, big up on yourself over there on the YouTube. If you're listening from our mobile app, which is available for free on the Google Play and the Apple App Store, good morning to you. And those on our website, the Listen Now option there, good morning to you as well. Thank you for making it Nationwide 90 FM. And I want to use this opportunity to say good morning, special good morning to Mr. Linton, the security guard over by the national outlet on Balmoral. Big up yourself, Mr. Linton. Him say he's a loyal NNN listener from AM days. Long time. The man travel with Nationwide, come all the way up. So big up yourself, Mr. Linton. Security guard over by National on Balmoral. Alright. This morning it's a Monday morning and we're gonna have Immigration Mondays. Alright, and if you are new here inside Immigration Mondays, we are usually joined by the U.S. immigration attorney that we've been working with all these years, Opa Lee, and Canadian immigration consultant Nadine Mahaber. We've been working with these ladies before my time too, people. And I just know, long time thing. Good morning to you, ladies.
Good morning, Nora. Good morning, Nadine. Good morning to our wonderful and loyal listeners and viewers. Happy Monday.
Good morning, Miss Nora, Miss Lee, and of course to our wonderful listeners. Nora, I believe it's been over 10 years we've been doing this.
Whoa.
Who are you calling over 10 years? I'm not that old. What are you talking about?
Whoa, over 10 years. My. That means you guys were doing this when I was like in high school. Oh.
You see, I knew that she was going to age us, Nadine. You see that? High school, yes. She's gone back to high
school. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. That just means you know what you're talking about, Opal. You're a veteran. That's what it means. When you talk, you're talking from a place of authority. You know, experience. That's what it means. I want to say good morning to you, ladies. And for those of you who don't know, inside this program, we usually get an update on immigration-related matters regarding the United States and Canada. And after that, we open the phone lines for you and we take your calls if you have any questions. So these days, we have lots of updates from the United States because of, the active Trump administration. And so I'm going to go with Opal and then we're going to get an update from Nadine re Canada.
All right, thank you. And that is so right, Laura. So the first thing is that the U.S. has now ended the policy allowing non-immigrant visa renewals without an interview. That was a big thing in the Biden administration. They had extended it where, if your visa was recently expired, you could count on not being called in for an interview, right? They would waive it. as long as your visa expired within 48 months, that is gone. So now, even if your visa expired last week, you're going to be told that you need to go in for an interview. So that's the first update on where that's concerned. There, a lot of states have been implementing many immigration laws to help support the drive by President Donald Trump to get all unlawful immigrants out. And so because I'm based in Florida, I'll go right into what Florida has been doing. Just last Tuesday, lawmakers in Florida passed couple bills. One of them is to extend or those, if you have committed certain crimes and you were undocumented. For example, it now mandates capital punishment, like for anything that you have committed, or if you have been committed a capital offense such as a first-degree murder, it's now mandatory for you to get the death penalty.
Wow.
And that's and that's for migrants who enter the country without authorization who commits a crime. Earlier on, we had talked about, those even with minor theft offenses who you were told that you now are subject to mandatory detention. Now, this has gone a step further, that if you enter the country without lawful documentation or unlawfully, and you committed any capital crime, including any first-degree murder, it's now mandatory for you to get the death penalty. That's something from Florida. They also mandated other new state crimes. For example, if you enter Florida after coming into the country without legal permission, so let's say you entered through California, and then you trickle all the way through to New York, and you come down to Georgia, and you enter through to Florida, it's now a crime, and so you could be convicted and punished accordingly. The other one, I don't even know why they're making a big deal out of it, because usually people know that if you were not a lawful permanent resident or United States citizen, there are certainly things that you couldn't get, like for example for students. But they have now made it a law that if you're an undocumented immigrant, don't have any lawful status, you can't get certain in-state tuition at public colleges and universities. So Florida students who are in the country, they use the word illegally, I don't like to use that, but let's say unlawfully, you will no longer be able to qualify for in-state tuition at public colleges and universities.
All right, those are the updates from the United States. Important to note, especially if you are already there. For those of us who have family members there who may have entered unlawfully, it's very important for you to pay attention to the news, and I'm sure they are paying attention as well, ensuring that they are doing what they need to be doing at this point. And for those of you who are outside of the United States who may have had some thoughts about trying to enter in any particular way, just ensure that you're doing it in a lawful manner, because I'm sure we all can see and understand what is happening now. All right, we are gonna get the update for Canada, but we're gonna take a break first, and when we come back, we get that update from Nadine.
Decorate and redecorate your space with water-resistant, colorful, and fast-drying paints from Edgechem Paints. The time by Edgechem Paints, changing lives 1 gallon at a time, is
9:15.
When last you get good bun, you don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull out the wrapper and it's soft subtle. A sub bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it subtle. A sub bun for nice. Beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one. Me too. Mother's bakery buns. A sub bun for nice. Try them today.
Good morning, good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. It's Immigration Mondays, and we're joined by U.S. Immigration Attorney Opal Lee and Canadian Immigration Consultant Nadine Mahaber. Before the break, we got the updates from the United States, immigration-related updates, and so we're going to jump over to Canada now for those updates from Nadine.
Thanks, Nora. Nora, you've heard me mention the express entry system before.
Yes.
And that's the system wherein persons who want to sponsor themselves, whether they are outside of Canada or they are inside Canada as temporary residents, they can submit a profile in the express entry system based on the score and the criterions that the immigration minister is using that will determine whether or not you're selected from the pool of applicants. Now, a draw was held last week, but the criterion was French language proficiency, and the score was 428. So, Nora, for a lot of clients who are in Jamaica, unless you're probably in the medical field or, yes, you do know French very well, you have done the test, you're in the pool, chances are it might be a bit challenging for you to qualify for express entry. So what a lot of clients, as you know, have been doing is they have been coming up as students or workers and then transition into permanent residency. Another thing I'd like to mention, Nora, is for students who will be completing their studies in April of this year or even later on in the year, please remember that you will now need to do an English test in order to qualify for your postgrad work permit. Depending on the program that you have completed, that will determine the level that you need to get or the pass mark that you would need to get for your English test. Thanks, Nora.
Thank you, Nadine. I still find that so hilarious because, and I know there are some provinces in Canada where, French is dominant, and so, and I would understand for those areas where persons go to university or do studies, then they require an English proficiency test, but. If you do a whole degree for 3 or 4 years in the English language, how on earth are you going to ask me to do an English proficiency test? I was doing a whole degree in the English language just now. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I don't get it either, Nora. It is rather strange. You know, yes, I can understand the English test for persons who are applying for residency and they're not in Canada.
Right.
But I agree with you. I'm not sure what the reasoning is.
But I guess if you are in the country and those are the rules, then you will have to stick to it. Just before I go, well, we are going to open the phone line. So just to let you know, the phone lines are open. 876-630-9371 to 4 and 618-8255. Those are the numbers to call. And if you're unable to call, you can leave your question in the YouTube chat and we can see how many of those we can get to. But just before I go to the calls or questions in the YouTube chat, Opal, I just want for you, I believe about 2 weeks or so ago, you spoke to this issue about persons who have passports from their home country and a United States passport and how they use those. Someone sent me another video because you did say that, many videos are circulating on social media using the passport and how you may not be able to re-enter based on which passport you use. If you could just speak to that one more time for those who may not have heard.
Oh, sure, Nora. So real quick, if you're a dual citizen of the United States and let's say Jamaica or whatever your country of origin, it is quite fine that when you're entering your country of origin that you use either the US passport or the passport that you were issued in your countries. For example, if you're a dual citizen of Jamaica, it's quite fine when entering Jamaica to use your Jamaican passport or your US passport. However, when re-entering the United States, you must use your US passport. And it is false that all those videos that you see that says that if you do that, if you enter with your Jamaican passport as a citizen and then re-enter the United States as a citizen, that they're going to take away your US passport, that is false. That is totally false. The United States, they allow for dual citizenship. So it would make no sense that when you're entering your country that you are born in, you use that country's passport. It would make no sense for them then to take away your U.S. passport. So my advice is that when you're leaving the United States as a dual citizen, when you go to the kiosk or present it to the person at the counter, you give them your U.S. passport. When you're re-entering the United States, you give them your U.S. passport. But when you're entering whatever country it is that you're entering that you have dual citizenship, it's quite fine to enter with or give them your Jamaican passport if you're Jamaican, or your U.S. passport.
Right. All right. Thank you so much for that, Opal. We have a caller on the line. Trev, good morning. Hello, Trev. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay. I have a question for Matt.
All right, Trev. I was hearing you in the beginning, but as you continue to speak, you're trailing off. Do you have the phone on speaker?
Yes.
Yeah, take it off speaker so we can hear you clearly. And you said you had a question for Nadine?
Yes. I have my question for Nadine is, I did not know that if your biometric expires at a particular time, that the Canadian embassy would not give you a visa beyond your biometric.
Hi, good morning. That is something that we've actually addressed on this program before. So yes, your biometrics is only valid for 10 years. If you are applying for a visitor's visa, student permit, or work permit, then and you have done biometrics in the last 10 years, you need to check and see when your biometrics will expire. Because yes, you will only get the visa either up until the expiry date of your passport or up until the biometrics expire, based on, of course, how long the visa officer decides to grant you that visa for.
Okay, because if I had known, I would have renewed my biometrics before I applied for the visa if I had known that that was the case. But when I applied, they said that I did not need to do a biometric because I had my biometric was still valid.
If you don't mind me asking, where did you apply for the visitor's visa?
I applied for it in Montego Bay.
And I'm assuming you used, did you do it on your own or how?
Oh, yes, I did it online.
Okay. Because, of course, if you go to an authorized representative, then they should be able to advise you properly that the biometric is only valid for 10 years.
Yeah, I know that it was applicable for 10 years, but I got a visa before because it expired, and I'm applying, but I did not know that the biometric will determine how far they'll give you the visa for. I thought that because I would have had the biometric before, and it has not yet expired. So I'm asking this other question: can I renew my biometric before it expires?
You can. What you would need to do is you would need to pay the fee to extend the biometrics and then submit it to Immigration Canada. But I'm assuming you already got back your passport with the visa?
I got the visa.
Okay, great. So yes, in any case, for other persons who are listening, or if you do have another family member, what you do is you just pay the additional $85 so that way the biometrics can be extended.
Okay, I didn't know that. If I had known, I would have done that.
I understand.
All right, Trev. Well, now you know. So for the future, you can apply this knowledge.
All right. Thanks very much.
Yeah, man, no problem. Thanks for calling. Take care. Do we have anybody else on the line? Coming up next is Pastor Thomas. Good morning to you, Pastor.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Call to ask you a question. I was applying for the US visa from 2020 10th of February, but I get a mislead from a gentleman putting a wrong information.
You did it through an agency?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but somebody put me through to somebody and then pay him to do it, but information when put in with my baby mother, which is me and her, but in nothing again, cause my spouse in New York now, but in put in say I'm married, and when I take a stop, I'm never married. Now my spouse in the United States now, should I like to apply to the spouse visa for me? If it can work that way, I don't know. I was asking you.
That could seem, good morning, caller, that could seem like a fraud. And that's why we've stated in this program, be careful who you go to when you're filling out your applications. And not only that, it's on you to review it. So you should have reviewed that document before it is submitted. Everybody who deals with my office know that we always send them that application and they have to sign off and send us back an email that says that they have reviewed it. So right there and then, when you see that the application said you are married to your child's mother, who you weren't even dating at the time, and you were not even married, you should have corrected it at that time. So right now you're going to have to take a little bit of that's part of to be blamed. But with that being said, you will have to do what's called apply to RGD to get a certificate of non-impediment to show that you were never married to that person. Maybe it was a common law relationship you had. There's advice that I have to give you, but I can't give it to you on air. You'll have to talk to our office and let's do a consultation. But for everybody else out there, please be careful, because I've seen this prevented a lot of people from getting their green cards because you're basically saying you're married. So that's a fraud. It could be seen as a fraud.
Yeah, and that means only the consultation. You can correct it for me then.
Do a consultation and let's see, we talk about it individually on one-on-one.
Okay, no problem.
All right, Mr. Thomas, take care. All the best. All right, let's squeeze one more call before we go to the break. Sean, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Are you hearing me?
Yes, go right ahead.
Hi, good morning. I'm calling on behalf of a relative. She has a concern. She's a green card holder. And the process that it took to get the green card took so long that when she actually got it, circumstances had changed on her end. The question that she has really is, if she has gotten that green card, is there a way to now rescind or return and stop the process so that she can just go back to normal? And if so, what's that process involved and so on?
All right, this pains my heart. This pains my heart when I hear that somebody get a green card and they want to give it back, because I know so many of our YouTubers would love to be in that position to get that green card. But with that being said, they could rescind it. They could give it back by signing that I-407 and saying that, listen, I no longer wish to migrate, or I've migrated, but I no longer want to be a permanent resident. They could sign that I-407 and apply back for a visiting visa. I have to tell you, full disclaimer, there's no guarantee that you will get a visiting visa. So that person might give up that green card and be stuck in Jamaica or wherever the country of origin is and never be able to travel again because they may not get that visa. So my thing is, have this person do a consultation with our office so we could talk about it. There's so much I want to talk about on this topic, but I know time is against us. I've done videos on this on my Instagram, on our law office Instagram, but continue to listen. We'll talk about this maybe next week or so, or just contact your office.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
That sounds to me like a case of, you give up sure for unsure, because you never know if you. I'm sure the fact that you're there in the United States with a green card, you would want to go back even though you don't have the green card. But as you said, Opal, there's no guarantee that you will get a visitor's visa when you give up that green card and then go apply, because they may very look at it and say, oh, you don't want to be here, then maybe you don't need this visa then.
Different circumstance.
Yeah. But we are up on the break, so we're going to take the break, and when we come back, I'm going to allow you ladies to give your contact information for those who need to book their consultations.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers provides quality insurance coverage and risk management services. The time by Spectrum Insurance Brokers Limited, setting the industry standards, is
9:30.
When last you get good bun? You don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull up the wrapper and it's soft so till. A so bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. A so bun for nice. Beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one. Me too. Mother's bakery buns. A so bun for nice. Try them today.
Is your business tax compliant? At Dodge & Global, we take the stress out of tax planning, ensuring you maximize deductions and minimize liabilities. From corporate tax to VAT compliance, we've got you covered. Call 876-929-3670 or 876-926-5210. Email us at info@dodgen.global. Visit us at dodgen.global. Dodge & Global, your tax experts.
Jamaica, we are on the road to Republic. The Constitution Amendment Republic Act 2024 has been tabled, taking us one step closer to a future with our own Jamaican head of state. Read the bill and track its progress at roadtorepublic.mlca.gov.jm. Your voice matters. Get involved and stay informed. Join the journey and let's walk this road together. The Republic starts with you.
Outperform, outlast. We top performance. Jackama. Reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fancy select tools, 3 parts and 3 repairs. 3 parts, 3 repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61114. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. It's Immigration Mondays, and we're joined by U.S. Immigration Attorney Opal Lee and Canadian Immigration Consultant Nadine Mahabir. We are taking your calls at this point in the program. So if you have any questions, immigration related, concerning Canada or the United States, then you can give us a call. Those numbers, 876-630-9371, and that goes up to 4, and 618-8255. Just before we go back to the callers and questions in the YouTube chat, I'm going to allow you ladies to give your contact information, Nadine and then Opal.
Nora, thank you. For Nadine Mahabir, our contact number in Jamaica, it is 876-754-4391. That's 876-754-4391. In Canada, it is 1-416-249-5885. That's 1-416-249-5885. Our email address is info@cdnintl.com. Over to you, Miss Opal.
Thank you, Nadine. So for Opal Lee, our phone number in Jamaica is 876-854-3599. That's 876-854-3599. In the United States, it's 954-358-2020. That's 954-358-2020. Or you may connect with us on our Instagram at FlowJamLegal. Over to you, Nora.
All right, so we're going to go back to the phone lines. We have Sonia on the phone line. Good morning, Sonia.
Hi, good morning. How you doing?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Okay. I would like to ask the affidavit of support, which is, how much is that, 120? And the IV application is 325. No, the IV application is just for one person?
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
Yes. So what I don't understand, the father filed for 3 of them, the mother, the daughter and 2 kids. So we only see one on the 325, and you're saying is just for the mother, the daughter.
You did 325 times 3. The affidavit support is maybe by 1. So if everybody's on the same application, so for example, if it was a green card holder that was filing for a spouse and children, or if it was for a parent filing for their adult child and their children, then yes, it's $120 you pay that once, but for the individual, the 325 you pay that for each applicant.
No, but what the lawyer said is just one. The other 2 names not on it.
Well, I don't know. If you have an attorney, maybe you should continue to speak with that attorney, because if you heard that information and it's not working, and I'm telling you how it is, I don't know what to tell you. You'd have to do a consult so I could look into your file, but I'm telling you, you pay that 325, and if it's only one person that's on there, who is doing the filing? Who's filing? What's the relationship?
Father
Filing for who?
For daughter.
Filing for daughter?
Yes, but the kids.
So only the daughter's name is on there?
Right, the daughter name. We are only to pay 325. That is what is there. So we are wondering what happened to the kids. The kids, they are 22 now.
So maybe it could be possible that they aged out. I don't know. If the children have turned 21 years old or over, I would have to do some calculation to see how long the immigrant petition itself was pending, because you do capture back some of that time. So I don't know. I wouldn't know that unless I've done a consult with you. But if you have an attorney and the attorney is telling you the people aged out or the children aged out, then maybe the person has aged out. If you want a second opinion, you can consult with our office, and then we will do the math for you to see whether or not that child has aged out or not.
Okay, because we have another paper, another blue paper, with the kid's name on it and the mother name on it, and that's where to pay 325.
That's what I'm saying. It's confusing to us right here, because remember, I can only answer general questions here. I would have to go in depth with your case, pull up your case number, look at what's going on before I'm able to advise you individually.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much, Sonia, for calling. Yeah, let's take some questions from our online platform. This one is for you, Nadine. It says, read the citizenship test rules. How many times can one take it? Are you allowed to take it again during that 1 month period that is given if you failed it the first time?
Good morning. I'd have to double check that for her or him, the person who wrote the message. Normally when you're given the date for the citizenship test, that test date is issued by Immigration Canada. So normally if you fail the test, then you would have to wait on them to give you another test date, as far as I know. I believe it's 3 times, Nora, but as I said, I'll have to double check that. I don't know that off the top of my head.
All right, no problem. Here's one for you as well, Opal. How long does it normally take for I-131 parole documents to be granted?
All right, so it depends on if it is filed with the adjustment application. If it's filed with the adjustment application, usually my clients see that approved within 4 or 5 months. If you do it as standalone, it might take a year or year and a half for that to be approved. It could even take longer, 2 years. And so if you're a green card holder filing the I-131, so you're able to re-enter or spend 2 years outside the United States, that could take even 2 years to be approved, and meanwhile you can continue to travel.
All right. Here's another one. Can a temporary green card holder file for citizenship in the United States? And what is a temporary green card?
Okay, so it's temporary, meaning it has a condition on it. Usually if you got married to a U.S. citizen, for example, it's been under 2 years, when you got that green card, then they're only going to give you a conditional green card that expires after 2 years, where you're expected to file an I-751 to remove that condition. So if you have had that green card for like 3 years, let's say you filed to remove the condition, but it is still pending and you're still married to that United States citizen, and it has been at least 3 years since you're married to that United States citizen, and you have had that temporary green card over 3 years, you can go ahead and file for your citizenship. It's because and as long as you can prove that that marriage is still intact. If you're separated from your spouse, you cannot file for your citizenship. You have to still be married to that person, and you still have to be residing with your spouse. Then you can file for your citizenship after 3 years.
All right.
Even though you still have a 2-year green card.
Okay. Let's go back to the phone lines. Who do we have there? Jamelia. Good morning, Jamelia.
Hi, good morning. I believe my question is for Opal. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, so I am a dual citizen of the U.S. and Jamaica. In the previous years, I've always traveled on my U.S. passport only, but November of last year, I used my Jamaican passport. So I exited the U.S. on my U.S. passport. When I landed in Jamaica, I presented my Jamaican passport. What I'm not sure about is, for returning back to the U.S., I leave in March. When I check in at the kiosk, which passport should I be checking in with, and which passport should I provide immigration to in Jamaica?
When you're returning to the United States, you have to use your U.S. passport. In the Jamaica, when you're leaving, you have to give them your U.S. passport. They won't even let you leave with a Jamaican passport because the Jamaican passport does not give you authority to enter the United States. You have to show that you're either a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident. So when you're leaving Jamaica, you present your U.S. passport, and when you land at the customer, the airport in the United States, you give them your U.S. passport.
Okay, because like you said earlier, I keep seeing different things on social media. They're saying that you're supposed to, because the U.S. passport doesn't have a stamp, the Jamaican one has a stamp, and CBP in the U.S. is going to question you. So I'm like, I just want to make sure that I'm using one book, not to create any conflict or anything.
Understandable. And you're doing the right thing by calling right here on Nationwide. So when you're leaving Jamaica, give them your U.S. passport, because you're done with Jamaica now, right? You're going home. You're going back to the United States. So you're going to give them proof that you're a U.S. citizen or permanent resident. So you're going to give them your U.S. passport when leaving Jamaica. And when you land, absolutely have to give them your U.S. passport. You can't give them your Jamaican passport. CBP's one like, ma'am, what's this Jamaican passport? What does that have to do with us?
Right, got it. So basically, the only time I use a Jamaican passport is when I'm coming to Jamaica, and if I want to stay more than the 90 days that I would get with my U.S. passport, I present the Jamaican passport.
And that's what people do, and they also do it to get that duty free. That what the $1,000 duty clearance.
Yeah,
exactly. So use your Jamaican passport, because after all, you're still a Jamaican. So to get that relief, you use a Jamaican passport.
And when coming to Jamaica, do I have to, if I'm using a Jamaican passport, I have to go to not to the kiosk, I have to see an immigration officer at the desk, or I have the option to go to the kiosk?
They're not even immigration officers. When you're leaving the United States, usually you're not presented. You only go there and you see the airport staff, the airline staff. But right there and then, I would still say use your U.S. passport to leave, because if not, they're going to ask you anyway for proof that you're re-entering. Because remember, if you're leaving, they want proof that you have a return ticket and all that stuff, right?
Right, yeah.
But so honestly, you can even give their U.S. passport or your Jamaican passport. But just to be safe, just give your U.S. passport to leave. But you do not go through Customs and Border Patrol when you're leaving the U.S. anyway.
No, not in the U.S. When I land in Jamaica, because again, it was my first time using it, right?
Correct. When you land in Jamaica, you have the option of giving them the Jamaican passport or your U.S. passport, whichever one you prefer.
Can I go to the kiosk, or I have to go to the desk where the officers are sitting in Jamaica?
You can use either one. I personally don't like using the kiosk because I like to have that physical stamp. And I would tell permanent residents to also, I prefer if you go, because when you travel as a permanent resident, you have to recapture all your travel dates. And sometimes it's a pain because they don't have that stamp in their passport to recapture all their travel dates. But you, as a U.S. citizen, it's fine. You can do either.
Okay, got it. So, because you even answered another question with the stamp, because I noticed my passport hasn't been stamped in a while, my U.S. passport, but I noticed the Jamaican one was stamped. But like you said, it's because I went to the office, so I got that stamp. Okay.
All right. Thank you for calling.
So much.
Yeah, man, no problem. We're up on another break, so we're going to have to take the break. And when we come back, we have more questions online. And I believe we have more callers on the phone.
Fill all your prescriptions, get cosmetics and other pharmaceutical items at Manning's Hill Pharmacy, located at 34A Manning's Hill Road, Kingston. Telephone 924-6280. At Manning's Hill Pharmacy, they stock all the hard-to-get medication. The time by Manning's Hill Pharmacy is
9:45.
Jamaica, let's spread the word around.
around to let the world know that we are proud to be one republic. We on the road to republic. Well then, let's propel we nation, moving forward in a new direction. True independence, that's the projection. No more dependency, it's the best plan. Yes, we know what's best for us, cause we want the country prosperous. So make we just pull together as the general public, while on the road to republic. Let's spread the word around to let the world know that we are proud to be one republic. We on the road to republic.
A message from the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs.
We on the road to republic.
Apply to work in the next general election. Visit your EOJ constituency office or apply online at ecj.com.jm. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica, committed to free and fair elections.
In this uncertain U.S. immigration climate, you need expert guidance you can trust. The Consular Queen LLC handles visas, waivers, petitions, and more, making immigration stress. Yeah, here? If you're tired of a cluttered office space, then you need to call Corporate Interiors International. We offer top quality industrial shelving, filing cabinets, and storage cabinets to keep your workspace organized and efficient, plus comfortable office chairs that will keep your team productive and focused. Visit us today at corporateinteriorsjm.com or call us at 876-630-0010 for more information. Corporate Interiors International. We sell solutions, not just furniture.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton, and we are inside the final quarter of the Consumer Hour this morning. We have U.S. Immigration Attorney Opal Lee on the phone lines with us and Canadian Immigration Consultant Nadine Mahabir. And I'm going to allow you ladies to give your contact information once more just before we go back to the phone lines. Opal and then Nadine.
Thank you. So for Opal Lee, our phone number in Jamaica is 876-854-3599. That is 876-854-3599. In the United States, it's 954-358-2020. That's 954-358-2020. Or you may go to our Instagram for more information. That's at FlowJamLegal. Over to you, Nadine.
Thanks, Opal. For Nadine Mahabir, our contact number in Jamaica, it is 876-754-4391. That's 876-754-4391. In Canada, it is 1-416-249-5885. That's 1-416-249-5885. Our email address is info@cdnintl.com. Thanks, Nora.
All right. Thank you, ladies. And we have Janet on the phone line. Good morning, Janet.
Good morning, Nora and the lawyers. In preparing for a medical for the immigrant visa to the U.S., where they say you're needing vaccination records. I mean, these things are done long ago. Just enlighten me on, do I go back to a doctor to get those records? I mean, that's
are you in the U.S. or you're outside the U.S.?
In Jamaica.
All right. So normally, if you have your immunization card with you or your record, you want to present that with you at Andrews, because they will use that to determine how much or what vaccines you need to retake. So, for example, like the chicken pox.
In reading, that's what I realized. But then I said, my vaccination, them doing for me, a picnic coming up, and I really can't find
Bring them.
What's your suggestion?
Bring them. Bring those records to you.
No, she says she can't find her immunization card.
You can't find them.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. If you can't find them, you still need to go to your medical. Maybe Andrews will charge you a little bit more because maybe there are certain vaccines that you're going to just have to redo.
Oh, just need to know that it can be done there, because I'm sure I can't put my hand on those things. So it could be included in the one being done at Andrews.
Right. You still have to go and just tell them that you don't have the records.
And I know wherever I'm going.
Janet,
they'll do it there.
Right, and sometimes you can go back to the clinic. I don't know if you remember where. You can go back to the clinic, and they should have the records there, and they should be able to assist you with some documents. So if you can remember where, you can go back to the
Right.
clinic, and they should be able to provide you with some documents if you have that time before your medical.
Okay, all right.
Just try remember the clinic, because that's exactly what I'm going to tell her.
I
As well,
tell
ma'am.
myself that's impossible because growing up in the country, I went to this one and get that one. Sometime at school, they come and give you this shot, that type of thing. So
Okay.
it is a little. So it
Okay.
sounds like I might have to go do them over.
All right.
All right, thanks, Mo.
All right, Janet. Thank you so much for calling. All the best. There's a question here on YouTube. I'm not sure who can answer. It says, does an American student who wishes to complete their high school education in Canada need a study visa?
Hi, good morning. So, if you are coming to Canada to study and the period of time is for more than 6 months, then yes, they would need to apply for a student visa.
Okay. And this person...
Okay, Nora, sorry, let me continue with that for a minute.
Okay.
Now, it depends on what the parent's status is in Canada. So, if they have a parent in Canada, then, I would probably recommend that they do a consultation to be on the safe side, just to make sure that they're going about things the correct way.
Okay. All right. So, Mark, if you can book a consultation just so that Nadine can get all the information at hand and properly advise you. All right. We have one more caller. Judith, good morning.
Good morning. I have a question for Opal. I entered the U.S. on my immigrant visa in December 2024. So I have one stamp in the passport, but I haven't received my green card yet. I'm wondering if is this an unusual delay? Should I be concerned that I don't have the green card yet?
No, it's quite the normal trend. So you just arrived in December, so maybe about 3 months ago. Depends also when did you pay that the fee? When did you pay the immigrant fee or the fee for the green card? I should say, did you pay it before you leave?
I paid it in October before I left Jamaica.
Before you left Jamaica, okay. So you can follow up with them to see what's going on, because usually though it could take even 6 months for them to send that green card to you. But in the meanwhile though, just know that you are a lawful permanent resident. The minute you landed, you are. So if you needed to return to Jamaica now to do anything or for short trips, you are eligible, or you can travel with that. Just so you know, you are a permanent resident.
Oh, I can travel with the ISS-51?
Correct.
Okay, even though the immigrant visa expired from the immigrant
Correct,
visa
because it's proof once you've
February.
landed. Right, sorry, but once you have landed and it has been endorsed, that's proof of your permanent residency for at least 1 year.
So I can travel on it.
Correct.
Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Just a few more questions online before we have to go. This one for you, Nadine, says, can you reapply for your Canadian visitor's visa like 3 months or so before it expires?
Yes, you can, because right now the process is actually taking, I believe, about 7 months. So you definitely want to reapply or submit a new application if it's expiring soon.
All right. Here is another one. This one for you, Opal. Having gotten my green card 2 years ago, is it okay to visit Jamaica for 2 weeks without a problem?
Absolutely. And that's another video that I saw, and next week we might have to address it, or if they go to my Instagram. But people are thinking that green card holders are under attack. It is not true. It's those people who have the conditional green card, meaning a green card only good for 2 years, and if it was denied, you should not travel. And if you're placing removal proceedings, you should not travel. But if this person has her full 10-year green card, even though she has only had it for 2 years, it is quite fine to travel to Jamaica for 2 weeks or whatever vacation. We just want to make sure she doesn't spend 6 months or longer outside the United States.
All right. I think that this is where we're going to leave it. Going to allow you ladies once more to give your contact information before we go. Opal and then Nadine.
Thank you as always, Maura. So for Opal Lee, the phone number in Jamaica is 876-854-3599. That's 876-854-3599. In the United States, it is 954-358-2020. That's 954-358-2020. Our website is www.flowjamlegal.com. There's no W on flow. It's FLO as in Florida and then JAM as in Jamaica Legal. And our Instagram is at flowjamlegal. Over to you, Nadine.
Thanks, Opal. For Nadine Mehabir, our contact number in Jamaica, it is 876-754-4391. That's 876-754-4391. In Canada, it is 1-416-249-5885. That's 1-416-249-5885. Our email address is info@cdnintl.com. Thanks, Nora, and have a great week, everyone.
Thank you, ladies, as usual, for joining us each and every Monday. We look forward to this program. All the best to you for the rest of the day and the rest of the week. Do enjoy your week and be safe. We are gonna leave it there for Immigration Mondays and the Consumer Hour. We're making way now for Cliff Hughes Online. For those of you who asked questions in the YouTube chat and we didn't get a chance to ask them for you, please come again next week Monday and ask your question early so that we can get the questions in as soon as possible. We leave it there and make way now for Cliff Hughes Online.
That was the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Dancehall Week, can't miss me. February 23 to March 2, one full week of dancehall activities. New style. Cliff Hughes Online, I got there at the Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center on February 26 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the official Dancehall Village to help celebrate dancehall. Follow back on me and come celebrate the dancehall culture at the Cannabis Village. Seminar and workshop I got there, food and shopping village, and the official opening of the Dancehall Museum. If you wanna hold, catch me side at Cliff Hughes Online. Me a dance and I go with a bag of things. Them I go have dance workshop and boot camps, and guess what? It's free all week. And don't forget the dancehall fashion frenzy on Friday and the dancehall street parade, plus the big bad corrosion after party on Sunday. Me, Affidede. It can't miss me, and if you miss it, that rough. But don't worry, Cliff Hughes Online about there for make you know the pre. You see, February 26, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM. We are the revolution in media.
Dancehall, I mean everything.
Is this real? Hey Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I'll soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir.
Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
Are you a residential customer who want to know if you qualify for the water bill amnesty? Dial 888-225-5692 or 888-CALL NWC. The time by the NWC is
10 o'clock.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255. Or find us on Facebook at Nationwide News Network and follow us on Twitter at Cliff Nationwide. You can also listen to Cliff Hughes Online live on the World Wide Web at nationwideradiojm.com or via the Nationwide 90 FM app on your mobile phone. Now, here's your host, Cliff Hughes.
Good morning. Good morning. Let's get to work.
Cliff Says is brought to you by Ford's newest SUV, the Territory, crafted for the modern explorer.
Cliff Says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us and getting ready for another working week on the rock called Jamaica, our beloved Jamaica. Thank you so much for joining us. We know you have choices and you choose so often to be here. Yes, and we appreciate that. It's the start of another working week, a weekend that may have bring you joy or some amount of sadness. Whatever it was, work with it and let's get cracking again. Yeah? It was a weekend that will have special significance for me, I must admit. You know, when you welcome a new life into your family, you'd never forget it. You never forget the moment. You never forget the first signs of life and look or smile or cry. It is, seared into your memory. And so it was when I saw my grandson on Friday evening it was just a surreal moment, and all the things in your life are put into perspective, the challenges, the issues, everything. You get a better perspective when you begin to reflect about a new life. So my grandson is here, Jackson Alexander Headley. Yeah. Mother and child are doing fine. Yes. It was also a weekend when I had to commiserate with one of our senior colleagues here at Nationwide. Our editor, Cara Powell, lost her sister, who she had a very close working and family relationship with, and her sister Karen Powell, the principal of Whitfield Town Primary School, died suddenly on Friday afternoon. And when we got news that she had collapsed, we were hoping for the best. That didn't happen. And now we are mourning, grieving for the loss of Karen. She was an educator, a very good educator, had risen to the position of principal, and was one of the foundations of the Powell family. And I want to, on behalf of all of us, Cara is family. Her niece, Jada, is family. Yeah? And their mother, very difficult time for them. The loss of a family member is very difficult, as it is when you have a new family member. It's one of joy and happiness. Cara, we're here for you. Yes, just let us know. Don't hesitate. Just let us know. In other issues now, today for student of history, let me shut up this phone. Today marks the third anniversary, 3 years to the date of the Russian invasion of Ukraine and the subjugation of the people, or the attempt to subjugate the people of Ukraine. And the world is still standing with the people of Ukraine. Several world leaders, including presidents and prime ministers, are in the capital, Kyiv, to stand with the people of Ukraine, because, in today's world, if a stronger, more powerful country is able to have its way where the sovereign nation of Ukraine is concerned, then it's a threat to countries like Jamaica. We don't have big armies. We don't have nuclear weapons. We have to hope the world community, the international community, play by the rules, yes, of respecting the sovereignty of other people. So Ukraine may be a world away, but what's happening there has significance for us. Yes. Coming home now, the matter of crime. Jamaica has been grappling with crime and violence for far too long. Far too long. And we have seen crime and violence and how we attempt to manage it, to contain it, being subject to the ebb and flows of politics, partisan politics, which has rendered our efforts almost tepid, weak. We have never been able to summon somehow the national will and unity to take on the criminals, because we are such a partisan, tribalized society, and we are always, based on the competitive nature of our politics, looking for political advantage. And none of the political parties, none of the politicians can claim that they don't do this. Whether in government today or opposition today, it's always about a partisan advantage, which has rendered our efforts almost useless over the years. However, it must be said that for the first time in more than 30 years, for going 40 years, we're beginning to see a glimmer of hope, of optimism, that we may, and notice my words carefully, may be making headway in really containing, if not slaying, the monster of crime and violence in the country. And we're nowhere near there yet. But what do we have emerging? We have emerging a far more competent and effective crime-fighting organization in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And we are beginning to see the data that's emerging to indicate that we're making real progress. Murders, the one that scares all of us most and drives our perception and attitude to the crime monster in Jamaica. 24 over 23, a 19% reduction. 23 over 22, a 9% reduction. So far in 25, a 23, nearly 24% reduction. All other major crimes, rapes, larceny, shootings, down. And for most Jamaicans, what we are beginning to recognize is the fact that the JCF seems to be far more able to pick up the wanted criminals very quickly. And that is undoubtedly due to its much improved intelligence gathering capacity. Intelligence gathering capacity. And there's a difference between a man tell you something, some information, and intelligence, you know. Big difference. And the JCF, it seems, now have an ability and a capacity to know who the criminals are, where they're traveling. Yeah? And in that environment, they are confronting them. And when they have these confrontations, and there will be more of these confrontations, and when the criminals choose to fight and to open fire on the police, then I hope that each time they choose to open fire, they lose and the police win. It's as simple as that. When they choose to open fire, they should lose and the police should win. And therefore, we must seek to understand and encourage the criminals. The police identify you, they want you. You have two choices: surrender and go face the judge, or, as Prime Minister Holness has made famous, the judge or your maker. And I hope the overwhelming majority of Jamaicans will come to that place where you must understand that don't take them on. Don't take them on. And I would suggest to some other people in the country, including my good friends at JFJ, Jamaicans for Justice, after 26 years as an organization, JFJ was started in 1999 by a group of very well-meaning Jamaicans who were bothered by not only the economic injustice in the country, but the social injustices where the police would, as they did, arbitrarily kill and plant guns on people. That's not the police force we have today. It has changed. It is much better. I would urge my friends in Jamaicans for Justice to take a position of encouraging the criminals. Don't take on the police, because you cannot win. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right.
The Time brought to you by the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport. Fueling growth everywhere is
17 minutes after 10.
If you owe the NWC for more than 2 years, your aged debt may qualify for a 30%, 35%, 40%, or even up to 50% discounts, depending on its age and other special circumstances. Visit nwcjamaica.com for further information. Don't delay. Let's hear from you today. Dial 888-225-5692 or 888-CALL NWC. Get your share from the NWC's bucket full of goodies, serving you in so many ways.
Introducing the all-new Ford Territory SUV, designed for those who seek adventure and crave style. The Ford Territory is Jamaica's newest SUV, which delivers the perfect combination of design, functionality, and advanced technology. Discover the Ford Territory today, where every journey becomes an adventure, starting at only $86,728 per month and backed by a 5-year manufacturer's warranty. What are you waiting for? Book a test drive today. Available only at KIG. We keep you driving.
Public passenger vehicle operators and commercial carriers, renew your road license online. It's as easy as 1-2 click. Visit the Transport Authority website at www.ta.org.jm. Choose your license type and click Apply Now. Sign in or create an account with your email address and complete the application process, uploading all relevant documents. Make payment using a debit or credit card. Once your application is approved, the Transport Authority will email you to collect your sticker. Pick up your sticker in office or utilize our courier service. Once the sticker is collected, your digital road license will be emailed to you. For more information, call the Transport Authority toll-free at 1-888-991-5687.
Dance all week, can't miss me. February 23 to March 2, one full week of dancehall activities.
New style
Cliff Hughes online. I got there at the Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center on February 26th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the official dancehall village to help celebrate dancehall. Follow back on me and come celebrate the dancehall culture at the Cannabis Village. Seminar and workshop I got there. Food and shopping village and the official opening of the dancehall museum. If you wanna hold, catch me side at Cliff Hughes online. Me a dance and I go with a bag of things. Them I go have dance workshop and boot camps, and guess what? It's free all week. Go down now. And don't forget the dancehall fashion frenzy on Friday and the dancehall street parade plus the big bad corrosing after party on Sunday. Me, Affidede. It can't miss me. And if you miss it, that rough. But don't worry, Cliff Hughes online I got there for make you know the pre. You see? February 26th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM. Oh, we are the revolution in media.
Dance all of me everything.
Cliff says what's on his mind. Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held
21 minutes after 10 o'clock. So this matter of police fatal killings, yes? Police killings, fatal shootings, yeah, is a matter for debate now. And the Prime Minister has come out fully on the side of the JCF as expected. He was speaking at a diaspora town hall meeting in Barbados last Friday. And according to the Prime Minister, the JCF has his full support.
This is a telephone call. Go for the gun. See that boy over there, so he might go work at 8 o'clock. You wait at this stoplight. And when him stop, deal with him case. That's organized violence. Called my friend in Miami and say, hey, think them get busted, police gone with them. Send down a new set. Organized criminality. And that must be dealt with in the harshest way possible. And that is why we have made the investments now. When you look at the JCF today, in terms of man and material, it's an information-driven organization, and I am very proud to say that the JCF is doing an amazing job in confronting the very dangerous criminals in Jamaica, and they have my 100% support.
The Prime Minister. I would say to the Prime Minister and the National Security Minister and the JCF. Yes? There's one thing I would want, and I would urge you that you must implement to complete the circle. We need to have the police wearing more and more body cameras. Yes? We need to have it. I would like the body cameras to be worn as a matter of routine operational gear, because when the body cameras are worn, that would eliminate any doubt over whether the police acted professionally. Yes? So the security forces and the administration, and they have been trying to procure and to inculcate the use of body cameras. They can't do it too quickly enough. Right? The body cameras must be worn because we know the history of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. It's been a sad, sordid history of extrajudicial killings. We know that. So let us get the body cameras, wear them, yeah, so that we can be assured that, listen, this is not a personal vengeance or just a trigger-happy police operation. Yeah? The Prime Minister at the same town hall asked Jamaicans to reconsider how they view criminals.
We have to change our mindset. We have to stop seeing the criminals as disenfranchised youth who the system fight against. And we need to start to see them as the system that is limiting the true potential of the country. They are the cause of you not wanting to come home. They are the cause of you leaving. They are the cause of the travel advisories. They are the cause of the insecurity. And while we will always leave a door open for them to change their ways and join the hardworking members of the society, they must know that Jamaica is not going to tolerate them anymore.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness. And there was an incident early Sunday morning in Mandeville, in Manchester, which I think reflects another side of the problem of crime and violence in Jamaica. Yeah? That side is that we, as a people, have not been able to develop meaningful conflict resolution skills so that we do not end up shooting and killing each other like what happened in Mandeville early Sunday morning, where it's understood a dispute, and listen to this, developed between a licensed firearm holder and several other persons at a vigil. What caused the dispute? The man, the licensed firearm holder, parked his car in an open lot next to his premises when a car being driven by a man who was leaving the village, the vigil, hit his vehicle. Right? So an accident. The two began arguing and others joined in. It is being reported, yes, it is being reported that the licensed firearm holder, reportedly, one report says he went for his gun, another is saying he pulled his gun and fired several times into the crowd, hitting 5 people, including a 12-year-old girl. At the end of the morning, 2 women died. Yeah? 2 women died. They have been identified as 35-year-old Aldine Dixon, a resident of Colleyville in Manchester, and 42-year-old Stacey Ann Mulgrave, a resident of Barnstable near Mandeville. The licensed firearm holder turned himself into the police. Right? Now that is a local dispute between people attending a vigil and a man going home, caused by what? One man lick another man's car. And it just escalated to the point where you pull your firearm. Well, we don't know if his life was in danger. Was it that they were about to lynch him, attack him? We don't know. But what we do know is that it need not have gotten to here. If we had developed good conflict resolution skills, the owner of the 2 vehicles could have said, listen, I'm sorry. Yeah? What is your name? What are your other details? Here are my details. Let's fix it. Or first thing, go report it to the police, because that's the law. You have to report it to the police, no matter how minor. Report it to the police. Or you come to an agreement where I'm going to fix your car. Yeah. Why didn't it go there? So, it is just another side to this problem of crime and violence we have in the country. We have the criminals who are not afraid to turn their guns on us. And we have the people who are just quick to anger to cut down people. I see where the Member of Parliament, Rhoda Moy Crawford, is urging residents The second clip is urging residents to adopt more constructive ways of resolving conflicts.
The investigations are still at the early stage, but I want to use this opportunity to appeal to residents, to constituents, to Jamaicans in general, that we must find better ways to resolve our conflicts. Many of the incidents that have resulted in murders and shooting and serious injury could have very well been avoided if we use better approaches to deal with our conflict resolution.
Rhoda Moy Crawford, the Member of Parliament for Central Manchester, urging Jamaicans, residents or constituents to be better at resolving peacefully your differences. Just before we go to the break, there's an urgent appeal by the St. Andrew South Police for 7 individuals who they have listed as persons of interest in the division to report to the Hunts Bay Police immediately. So if you know these 7 men, urge them to go in and not to confront the police when the police come for them. Because if they choose to do so, they're going to lose. The 7 men are Courtney Ashley, otherwise called Alien or Bloodstain of Fenbrook Avenue, Kingston 20, and Abbey Close, Lee's Flat in Red Hill, St. Andrew. It's time for the break. After the break, I complete the list.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness works to ensure the provision of quality health services and promotes healthy lifestyles and environmental practices for all Jamaicans. The time by the Ministry of Health and Wellness is
10:32.
Eclipse Enterprise is your go-to source for billiards, amusement machines, and electronics. Telephone 876-960-3891. The temperature by Eclipse Enterprise is
29 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston, 28 in the western city of Montego Bay.
You ever get bun yet? The bun was sweet so much you can't resist. Me not talk about heartbreak. Me not talk about the bun full of spice, raisin, and the perfect glaze. Mother's Bakery Easter bun. This is the bun where everybody need this Easter. If you don't get bun, you not live life right. Mother's Bakery Easter bun. Get the best type of bun from the right people. Mother's Bakery Easter bun. The bun you have to get with love in every bite. Available in select supermarkets.
You can have it all. Company events, birthday parties, or the wedding of your dreams. It's all possible at Grand Palladium Hotels and Resorts. We have magnificent event rooms and a dedicated team that will make your event the best experience that only Grand Palladium Hotels and Resorts can offer. Contact us at 876-619-0000 or call your favorite travel agency and ask about our promotion designed especially for you.
Yeah, here? If you're tired of a cluttered office space, then you need to call Corporate Interiors International. We offer top quality industrial shelving, filing cabinets, and storage cabinets to keep your workspace organized and efficient. Plus comfortable office chairs that will keep your team productive and focused. Visit us today at corporateinteriorsjm.com or call us at 876-630-0010 for more information. Corporate Interiors International. We sell solutions, not just furniture. Jamaica, we are on the road to Republic. The Constitution Amendment Republic Act 2024 has been tabled, taking us one step closer to a future with our own Jamaican head of state. Read the bill and track its progress at roadtorepublic.mlca.gov.jm. Your voice matters. Get involved and stay informed. Join the journey and let's walk this road together. The Republic starts with you.
Cliff says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear.
26 minutes going up to 11. So, I was telling you about the need for the criminals, the wanted, the persons of interest, that, listen, the police have gotten much better at tracking you when you break the law, when you commit crimes. So you notice they are now using more frequently appeals for you to turn yourself in, because they know who they're looking for now. They have your file. Yeah? There's one who was parading on social media with a rifle, him rum and him spliff, and I'm seeing on my timeline where he was cut down this morning in Grange Hill in Westmoreland. Yeah? Them thing the one time you could have do and get away with it. You can't do it and get away now. So the Hunts Bay police have identified 7 such men, they're all men, who they want to turn themselves into them very quickly. Courtney Ashley, otherwise called Alien or Bloodstain of Fenbrook Avenue, Kingston 20, and Abby Close in Lee's Flat in Red Hill, St. Andrew. The police want you. Turn yourself in. A man known only as Little of Marvelly, Kingston 20. Nigel Dennis, otherwise called Boxhead of Glenmead Road, also in Kingston 20. Rohan Anglin, otherwise called Anchi of Denver Crescent, also in Kingston 20. A man known only as Doody Maths. What a name, Doody Maths of Drewsland. Oh, Doody Mats of Drewsland, Kingston 20. Jabari Bennett, otherwise called Boxer of Seaward Drive, Kingston 11. And, I said this one, Rohan Anglin. We said that one before. The police are also asking anyone with information on the whereabouts of any of these men to contact the Hunts Bay CIB at 876-923-7111. That's 923-7111. The 119 police emergency number, Crime Stop at 311, or the nearest police station. And a listener sent this to me, one of our YouTubers sent this to me. Yeah? He says, Cliff, please remember to mention the policewoman who took her life in Exchange Ocho-Rios. The police force also needs to pay attention to mental health, to the mental health of their members. That's a very, very timely reminder. The policemen and women, and JDF soldiers, like the rest of us, so many of us, have serious issues to deal with, outside of the hazardous nature of their jobs. And they need to take care of their mental health. Like we out here. And we are not policemen and women. Every time they go on an operation, their life is at risk. So, Robert is asking me to say to the JCF, you need, if you are not, pay close attention to the mental health of the men and women of the JCF. 22 minutes going up to 11. I'll soon stop now. But the economy is, as it ought to be, one of the central issues leading up to the election campaign later this year. Well, the campaign is on, meaning election day later this year. The two political parties are going at it now. And the governing Jamaica Labour Party is making the economy and how it has managed the economy over the last 8-9 years a central plank of its case to the Jamaican people for re-electing it. And the Finance Minister, Mrs. Favour Williams, told us on the weekend that the international credit ratings agency Fitch has given Jamaica a very good report. Yes, Fitch has affirmed Jamaica's credit rating at BB- with a positive rating outlook for the country, despite the looming election, a new budget, and the shocks of burial and other weather-related events.
I am more than pleased to know that international rating agency Fitch has affirmed Jamaica's rating at BB- with a continued positive outlook. Fitch last upgraded Jamaica's rating in March of last year to the current rating. The upgrade last year came well before burial, well before Raphael, and well before the above average rainfall in the month of November. These weather-related shocks were significantly negative for the economy. When they look at us a year later, they concluded that they are going to maintain their rating at BB- with a continued positive outlook for the country. And that is significantly positive.
Favor Williams, the finance minister. Fitch says the ratings reflect in Jamaica stronger governance than the peer median, significant progress with debt reduction, a sound fiscal framework, and a strong political commitment to deliver large primary surpluses. It says the positive outlook reflects an expectation of continued improvement in debt metrics and further strengthening of the policy framework over the next few years. They also said that, listen, there are still concerns that the country might be, the ratings come amid concerns that the economy might be on the brink of a recession. Minister Williams says Fitch recognizes the government's commitment to attaining fiscal stability.
Fitch recognizes that the government remains steadfast in its commitment to meet the 60% debt to GDP target, that the government has put in place shock absorbers through the disaster financing policy initiative that we were able to call on to help us to recover faster. And Fitch also knows that the government remains committed to the 46% inflation targeting policy that is being implemented by the Bank of Jamaica.
Favor Williams. Well, I've said it before, and I don't see anybody challenging me about it. I've been around for a little while. Yeah? I've been around following public affairs in this country for 49 years, to be precise, from 1976 as a young teenager in high school. And I'm still to be told, in those 50 years, in those 49 years, which incumbent government in Jamaica has had a stronger record of economic management achievements to run on, whether for a second term or in this case a third term. Which other administration has had a strong or stronger record when it comes to the economy of running for us another term in office? I say none. The Holness administration has the strongest record to run on. Strongest. And no one can dispute that. I'm going to leave it there for this morning. Come talk to me after.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, I go round. Nothing ever got to me. I go round.
Cliff Says was brought to you by the Ford Territory SUV, available at KIG. We keep you driving.
Resolve your conflict peacefully with restorative justice. Call 876-906-4923. The time by the Ministry of Justice is
15 minutes to 11.
Come to Marshall's Pharmacy today for your free medication management consultation. Let us guide you in taking care of what matters most, the health of you and your family. Shop now for gifts, personal care, household and stationery items, plus print services powered by Print Corner. Follow us on Instagram at Marshall's Pharmacy. Call or WhatsApp us at 876-491-7841. We are open late every day to serve you.
My Mega
With so much to do in one location, make Megamart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs, grab a bite and pay some bills, fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy. All in one amazing location. My Megamart, the best value by far.
My Megamart, best value by far.
Digicel, live life your way, no free what? Digicel postpaid. With Digicel postpaid, it's all about you. Sign up or pay your bills to stay active for a chance to win a luxurious all-expense paid trip for two to Royalton, Antigua. With round-trip flights on us, every week you could win exciting prizes. Event tickets, gym memberships, spa packages, excursion adventures, restaurant vouchers, and more. When you opt in on the My Digicel app, life your way starts now with Digicel. Better connected.
Promotion ends March 31. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
The NWC bill-free promotion is here. Be one of 350 persons to get $20,000 water credit when you pay your bill in full every month until March 31, 2025. And there's more. Oh yes, you can win $300,000, $200,000 or $100,000 cash in the NWC bill-free promotion if you register for e-bill and pay your bill in full every month until March 31. Conditions apply. Visit nwcjamaica.com for details. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act, a part of the NWC's bucket full of goodies.
Area Council 1 meets in West Rural St. Andrew, Thursday, February 27th at the Stony Hill Vocational High School, 6 p.m. Deputy Leader MP Desmond McKenzie leads the team. Here MPs Fable Williams, Alanda Terrelong, Senator Marlon Morgan, Councillor Tasha Schwab, John Myers, Rowan Hall and others. Hosted by MP Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, always crossing the finish line and let them pull up on the side track. Area Council 1 meeting, West Rural St. Andrew, Stony Hill Vocational High School, Thursday 6 p.m. See you there!
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
11 minutes going up to 11 o'clock. And I'm just seeing here coming up on my timeline from NPR Music that singer Roberta Flack has died. Roberta Flack, one of the best known of the modern era. She broke through as one of the most important and beloved singers of the 1970s and beyond, with a sound that combined soul, jazz, rock and pop. She died today at the age of 88. Wow. You grew up as a child of the 70s. We grew up with Roberta Flack. Yeah? A representative of Miss Flack did not share a cause of death, but she had been battling amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS. Musically gifted from a young age, she won a scholarship to Howard University at just 15 years old, with plans to pursue a classical music career. She's quoted as telling NPR in 2012 that her real ambition was to be a concert pianist. Yeah? Yeah? Roberta Flack, yeah, died today, I'm learning, and I've asked for my musicologist.
Here, bro.
Yeah, musicologist.
If I use my George in Nora,
George Davis, to join me. Yeah, but she wanted to be a concert pianist and to play Schumann and Bach and Chopin, the Romantics. Those were my guys, she told NPR in 2012. Your reaction, George?
I'm shocked. Usually I'm not shocked when people of a certain vintage pass, because I always say, well, why do we want them to live forever? At 88, she checks out, and I only had enough time to verify the age before running in here.
Yeah.
But she is one of the all-time greats, man. When you talk about presence, and artists sometimes, Cliff, need producers to make music for them that gives presence to the quality voice that they had. She didn't need that. Her voice itself was her greatest hits were statement pieces.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of the way she delivered "The first time ever I saw your face." No, you can't sing it. Man, I tell you, Roberta Flack is like time slows down as you listen to that song.
Yes.
And of course, "Killing Me Softly" is just legendary. And her contribution, man, you're a man of cricket, so you know a man like Michael Holding runs in and he delivers.
Whispering
the thing about Holding is you don't know when he's going to bowl one at near 100 miles per hour or he's going to bowl a slow ball, because his action doesn't change. It's all effortless.
Right.
For Roberta Flack, she didn't have to. It was effortless. It just came. It was natural, like pouring water from a pitcher into a glass. Pure class. And they say that people like her, Cliff, they don't die, because how can she die when her music will live on
forever
until Master God come for the earth?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Let's listen to a piece of her.
Try to tell myself that we could never be more than friends. And all the while.
So, George, we have lost a legend.
And yesterday we lost one because Jerry Butler.
Oh, he died yesterday.
Jerry Butler died on the weekend. On the weekend, and Jerry checked out, and Roberta checked out today. And the more I think of Roberta Cliff, I'm thinking of, you know, as a well-read man, you know that there's something special about a concert pianist holding court. She was like the audio version of a concert pianist.
Yes.
Yeah? People like them are made for the limelight. They don't need no histrionics, no fancy costume, no troubadour with them. They don't need no light show to spice up the performance. You give her the limelight and she stands and she sings.
Yes. Effortlessly.
Pure class Roberta Flack, man. I tell you, I'm getting goosebumps talking about her now. Yeah? Wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you very much, George.
You're welcome.
Good. So Roberta Flack died today at the age of 88.
I celebrate my love for you. It seems the natural thing to do.
Tonight, no one's gonna find us. We'll leave the world behind us. When I make love to you.
Tonight I celebrate my love for you and hope that deep inside you feel it too.
Tonight our spirits will be climbing to a sky with diamonds. When I make love to you tonight.
All right. So there you have it. We have lost a legend in Roberta Flack. She died today at 88. Angie, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's okay, I don't understand.
What's on your mind?
At this time, we're live now, currently?
Yes, you're live on Nationwide. Cliff Hughes online.
Okay, so I'm Angie, and I'm a victim of domestic violence.
Yes? You want to share? Do you want to share?
Sure.
Go ahead.
So my story began when I met someone in April 2022, just after my father's passing. We got married in June.
June of when?
June of the same year.
Hold on. You met the man in April and you married him in June?
Yes.
Why so fast?
Because at the time, he came on to be such a nice person. And at the time we were sharing the same, we were having a discussion once when we met, and then he was saying that how much he liked me and stuff like that, and he would like for me to be a role model to his children. And he has seen that in me, and hopefully one day we could get married. At the time, I was vulnerable, to be honest, because I recently lost my father, and I had never could imagine that that man figure out of my life, and at that time he provided a sense of security.
How old were you then?
I was 24 years old.
And he was?
He was 34.
And had how many children?
He has 2 children.
How old were the children?
They were around, one was around 6, and the next one was around 9.
And he had those with one mother?
Yes.
One woman?
One woman.
So did you ever ask him what happened to that woman, the mother of his children?
I would normally ask him about it, and sometimes he would say that they're okay, and they were sharing, it was joint custody. Like they would spend time with him, and vice versa. So it was something like that. He never talked about the situation in a bad way at first.
Mm-hmm.
He painted the image of like everything was okay.
Mm. And you never did your own checks?
It was because after I started to get curious about certain things based on his behavior.
Like what? Certain things like what?
Certain things like he doesn't normally like. He doesn't have a fixed address.
Oh.
Like he doesn't have a fixed address, and he normally, you see, like how we would put our documents up, like in our space and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have them out like that. He would normally keep them in the car.
Hold on, please. We're up on a break. We're talking with Angie. Angie has called us because she says she's a victim of domestic violence. After the break, we'll hear more.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
Super healthy, super happy. SuperMed located in Kingston, St. Thomas, Portland, and St. Mary. The time by SuperMed family of pharmacies and Hugh and Den Pharmacy is
2 minutes after 11.
Dancehall week, can't miss me. February 23 to March 2, one full week of dancehall activities.
New style.
Cliff Hughes online, I got there at the Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center on February 26 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the official Dancehall Village to help celebrate dancehall. Follow back on me and come celebrate the dancehall culture at the Cannabis Village. Seminar and workshop I got there. Food and shopping village and the official opening of the Dancehall Museum.
If you wanna hold,
catch me side at Cliff Hughes online. Me a dance and I go with a bag of things. Them I go have dance workshop and boot camps, and guess what? It's free all week. And don't forget the dancehall fashion frenzy on Friday and the dancehall street parade, plus the big bad corrosing after party on Sunday. Me, Affidede. It can't miss me, and if you miss it, that rough. But don't worry, Cliff Hughes online I got there for make you know the pre. You see, February 26, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM. We are the revolution in media.
Dancehall, me everything.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
3 minutes after 11. I'm talking with Angie. She called us. Angie?
I am here.
You said you're a victim of domestic violence. Why did you choose to call me?
I choose to call you because I'm currently I've been currently living in Fear.
In where?
In Fear.
That's in Southern Clarendon?
No, I am not in.
Oh, in Fear. Oh.
Fear.
Oh,
Yes.
I thought I heard Veer. No, it's Fear. You are scared. Why?
I am scared because of what this individual put me through, and then yes, on top of that, the repeated threats.
What has he put you through?
All right. So, just to start with that, everything was okay at first.
Mm-hmm.
And after we got married, the abuse started on the 5th of July.
And you got married in June.
Right. And the abuse started the 5th of July.
A month, less than a month after you were married?
Right.
And what form the abuse took?
All right. So he would normally punch me in the mouth.
Oh dear.
And after punching me in the mouth, he would have me against the wall, repeated hits to the head, and stuff like that.
You recall the first incident?
Pardon?
Do you recall the first incident?
Yes.
What caused that?
All right. So we were traveling in the car. And his children were in the back. Both of them were sitting in the back. And he got upset. For some reason, I don't know why he was cursing out like that. And I told him, remember the children are in the car. He jammed the brake of the vehicle and my head went straight into the dashboard, and one of his daughters, they held on to me and started crying and said, "Daddy, are you gonna hurt her?" And he said, they should sit back and shut up. They should sit back and shut up. And I said to him, remember the kids are here and stuff like that, and he punched me in the mouth. He punched me right there in my mouth in front of them.
And he has two daughters.
He has 2 girls.
So that was the first incident.
That was the first one. The second one I can recall was when
We're talking with Angie, who is a victim of domestic violence, and she told me she has chosen to call, and this is a very public medium, because she's living in fear. And is it that you think if you make it public that would be some form of protection for you, Angie?
Yes, because silence, I've learned through this period that silence is suffocating. It is suffocating. So me speaking up is it's a form of therapy, as well as what I have been through. I'm now starting to heal from it, because my journey, it has never been easy, and I think I've been too quiet for too long now, and it is too much. It is too much.
Yeah.
It is too much. The second incident, and bear in mind that this person was actually living at my house.
Oh?
The majority of the episodes happen at my house.
So after you met this man in April of 2024, you fell for him, and he for you. He moved into your house before you.
He was living somewhere at another location, and then he and his father had a disagreement. So that's when he moved to my house. But when he moved here, it was temporary. And then I said to him that, you can start looking places to rent and stuff like that. When I see that 2 months pass, and I would normally say, we still don't find anywhere. And I was there looking as well, and 3 months passed, 4 months, 5 months, and I said to him that I found somewhere, I send you some numbers you could call. And he was like, when he moved out, or when we go, who is going to pay the rent?
Mm-hmm.
That was his response, who was going to pay the rent. I explained to him that, when we...
So isn't he an employed man, or what does he do?
He doesn't like to work.
Oh.
He doesn't like to work. And sometimes he would even argue with me for my own money.
So hold on there, Angie.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I'm a teacher.
Oh. And you met this man at age 22, 23?
At 24.
At 24 you met him. And
Yes.
you were already a college-trained teacher?
I am a teacher, yes.
Right. And what was he doing at the time?
He was working as a security guard
Oh, Lord.
at a pharmacy.
Oh.
But then he said to me at the time that he was private because he didn't have any uniform. He was plain clothes. He's private,
Mm-hmm.
And because they specially they need him specially, something of the sort that he explained to me.
And you never check him out?
To be honest with you,
Yes.
everything moved so quickly. Even me myself, when you had gone through something, and you sit back now and look at it. That's where the same questions that you're asking me now I ask myself.
So
because me moving forward, I wasn't healed. No, I am actually seeing everything that I was blinded to at first. But bear in mind that he didn't portray all of this before. He was so nice, so good looking. It was too good to be true kind of situation. He was so nice.
And when you say so nice, what would he do that really just won your heart?
He would, as I said, the security he provided. He was so comforting. He was like the type to, like when a man would meet a lady on the first date, and how they would be so nice. The little gifts, the little you taking me out, and you being there for me, like whole being there for me type of situation. And how we got close to was because he said that he recently had somebody that passed through, and he understand what I am going through, and no matter what, he is gonna always be there for me. And he will never hurt me or let anyone hurt me.
Yes. And then you met in April.
Right.
May came. June came. And you proposed or he proposed?
He proposed. He said to me, I remember I was at home, and normally on his workplace is not far from my home, so he would normally come on his lunch breaks and spend the hour with me, or he would say, get dressed, let me take you, let us go for lunch together. So on that time,
would he pay for lunch?
yes, he would do yes. He would he came one day in it was June, and he said he called and said, let us go for lunch, and to get dressed. I did, and I realized that when I got in the car, he drove and he passed all the places that, we would normally go to and stuff like that. So I didn't pay it any mind, because I was saying maybe he found somewhere new. And that's when he brought me to the place, that's RGD, and he said to me, remember what I told you? Because on the first day, I remember too, he said to me that I'm going to be his future wife one day, because he just loves how I speak, and he wants me to be a role model to his children. And then that day now, he said to me if I remembered all that. I was like, okay. And he then went further to state that he brought me there because he wants me to know how serious he was in doing so, because he had been in previous relationships and he has never felt this way towards somebody before.
So hold on, Angie. So you got married then and there?
No, not on the same day.
Oh, it was how long after that?
It was the 24th of June we got married. So it was earlier, like about after the June, April last week. First week in June. Mm-hmm.
So after the break, Angie, I wanted you to tell us, why is it that you are now in fear and you want Jamaica and the world to know that you are in fear, and what else you want other women to know, other men to know. All right, after the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
Spark will transform Jamaica's roads with 45 billion of your Jamaican dollars to fix your roads, pipelines, and connectivity. Jamaica, let us step into the next chapter with Spark. The time by Spark is
16 minutes after 11.
Attention! The NWC's amnesty package is here, overflowing with a bucket full of goodies from January 2 to March 31, 2025. Disconnected for over 6 months, residential customers can get a 50% write-off. Pensioners and past beneficiaries get a full write-off on balances over 2 years. Do you have outstanding debt between 90 days and 2 years due to an underground leak? You may qualify for a 25% concession. Plus, enjoy discounts from 30 to 50% depending on your arrears. So, don't delay. Let's hear from you today. Dial 888-225-5692 or 888-CALL NWC. The NWC's amnesty package. Get your share from a bucket full of goodies. Conditions apply.
Enough power tool, big to small. Chakama figure dig the wall.
Our Total Tools.
Beat waka figure trim the lawn. We have everything a job demand.
Total Tools.
We rent them, sell them and fix them. Also give Total Tools a call. When I say home improvement, landscape construction, a Total Tools are your option. Home improvement, landscape construction, Total Tools are your option.
Total Tools, located at 102 Main Street, Ocho Rios, 34 Slipe Road, Kingston. And Lot C6 Jacksaw, Sentence Bay. Call us today.
Apply to work in the next general election. Visit your EOJ constituency office or apply online at ecj.com.jm. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica, committed to free and fair elections.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
18 minutes after 11, we're hearing this story, the experiences of a young Jamaican woman, 24, 25 years old, Angie. She called us out of fear because she has been in an abusive, physically abusive relationship as of April 2022 with a man, 34, 35-year-old man. She was 24 at the time, 25. And they got married very quickly. They met April and they were married by July. And he started to physically hurt her, abuse her. And she says she's now living in fear and she feels that she's It's now time to break her silence because the silence has been suffocating, she says. Angie?
I'm here.
So tell us, what do you want to say to the people listening?
I want to say that knowing that what I had gone through, and I have been enduring this for 3 years because I had to run for my life in November because he almost killed me.
November last year?
November, yes. He attacked me with the machete and sorry about that.
That's okay.
He attacked me with the machete, and I had to run.
Where did he attack you?
He attacked me at the place that he moved out to was last August. Yeah, last August.
Mm-hmm.
And we were there, and we had lots of episodes that happened, but I'm just trying to summarize everything.
Yes.
But we were at home, and at the time I got home from work, and he said that why when I get home I just don't get to things at the same time. Like I should just get home and cook him something. Just get to it right away. I had he has been home, as I said. He doesn't like to work. I'm the one that's out there getting things done, ensure that bills and everything is covered while he's there. And even when I get home, I should be doing things like those same way. And he started to argue, and then I put my earbuds in because after a long day at work, I just can't. So I put my earbuds in. Even when I ignore him, he pulled the earbuds out, and it broke. And then I still ignored him, and I had my phone in my hand, and he took it and smashed it. And I still looked away. I didn't look at him. And then when he realized that I am not paying him any attention, he pulled my ear, the earring itself, and he pulled it out and said, like, when big man talk to you, you're supposed to listen.
Did you
supposed to listen. And
did you report this to the police?
I made I do have receipts of it, but not like to give statements, because what he would do, and the reason why I've been so quiet for so long is because he would attack my family, and he not only say it, he actually did it. So my family is not even a handful of us are left. And I'm now living with my sister because, it was always the four of us, but we have other siblings, but they don't live here with us. And he and my brother, he lives around the road. And
but did you report it to the police? You didn't give a statement to the police? You didn't ask them for help?
No, I didn't give a statement. But I went. That when you give it's the report to get the receipt. That's what they did. But every time that I tried to make the report, it's like I am so afraid. I am so afraid because I just can't live with the fact that I I bring home this person to my family, introduce them, introduce my family to them for him to hurt them.
Yes.
He attacked my sister, he attacked my brother, and he said, "You see what I will do if you don't keep yourself quiet."
So he's controlling you now. He's totally in control of you.
Yeah.
So where do you live now? Does he live there?
No. I'm living in St. Mary. I'm from St. Mary.
Okay, so the incident that you tell me about is not at the same place you sleep now.
Yes. Majority of them happens here.
In St. Mary?
In St. Mary, where I am currently at now at home.
So what I'm trying to get at, for your own personal safety now, yes? Because more than likely he's going to hear this.
Yes.
So, does he sleep where you are? Does he come there regularly?
No, when I left in November, that's where we were, in Upper St. Mary.
In where?
In Upper St. Mary.
That's where the incident took place.
The last one, right? And then I left, but I didn't get home at the same time. I found somewhere, and then
Does he know where you are now?
I am not sure.
You're sure? Well, you say you're not sure. You're not sure if he knows. Has he ever been where you are?
Yes, this is where I am now. That's where we were in the same place before.
So he knows. What I'm trying to get, ma'am, is that we need to put you in touch with the police, because what you're telling me, that this man has demonstrated the will to hurt you physically, right?
Yes.
He has done so on more than one occasion, right?
Yes.
Including attacking you with a machete.
Yes.
So we need to get you in touch with the police as fast as possible. Yeah? For your own personal protection. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
What of your brother? You said you had a brother and a sister. Are they around?
They are around, but they're currently at work.
All right. So, you need some physical help, some physical protection. Right?
Yes, thank you.
But would you be prepared to cooperate with the police now?
Sure.
And that means giving a statement.
Sure.
You know that?
Yes.
The police, you can go and report it, but the police need a statement from you outlining the several incidents of attacks, abuse, and why you are scared for your life. Right?
Yes.
You don't have any children for him?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you to stay on the line with our producer, Nora Gay, and you can tell Nora the nearest police station to you. Yeah? And we're going to be in touch with the police and ask the police to reach out to you, or you to reach out to them. Do you drive? Can you get to the police, or you have to take public transport?
I can.
You can what?
I can get to them.
Okay.
No, you asked if I drive, but I could get to them regardless.
Yeah. you can get transport to get to the police so that you can begin the process of making a formal complaint and giving them a statement. You can do that.
Yes.
You're sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah. All right, hold on. Nora is going to try and put you in touch with the nearest set of police, yeah, for you to get some help. And the first priority is for you to get the police onto this man to make him know that he's not to come near you. Yeah? He's not to come anywhere near you, within a mile of you. Alright? The police, Nora is telling me, the police have reached out. They heard your story, and they want to be in touch with you. You heard that, Angie?
I do.
Yeah. All right, so hold on for Nora and give Nora your number. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
You ever get bun yet? The bun was sweet you so much you can't resist. Me not talk about heartbreak, me not talk about the bun with full of spice, raisin and the perfect glaze. Mother's Bakery Easter bun. This is the bun where everybody need this Easter. If you don't get bun, you not live life right. Mother's Bakery Easter bun. Get the best type of bun from the right people. Mother's Bakery Easter bun. The bun you have to get with love in every bite. Available in select supermarkets.
At Active Home Center, we've got everything you need to create that perfect spa retreat. From comfort-hyped toilets to the widest selection in faucets and shower enclosures to stylish tubs and the latest trends in bathroom cabinets in various sizes. Our bathroom collection has the perfect fit for every space and every budget. Your relaxing retreat starts here. Visit our showroom in Kingston at 84 Compton Spring Road or Montego Bay at Barnett Tech Park. Active Home Center. More savings, more choices.
Jamaica, let's spread the word around to let the world know that we are proud to be one republic. We on the road to republic.
Well then, let's propel we nation, moving forward in a new direction. True independence, that's the projection. No more dependency, it's the best plan. Yes, we know what's best for us, cause we want the country prosperous. So make we just pull together as the general public,
while on the road to republic. Jamaica, let's spread the word around to let the world know that we are proud to be one republic. We on the road to republic.
A message from the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs.
We on the road to republic.
Area Council 1 meets in West Rural St. Andrew, Thursday, February 27th at the Stony Hill Vocational High School, 6 p.m. Deputy Leader MP Desmond McKenzie leads the team. Here MPs Fable Williams, Alanda Terrelong, Senator Marlon Morgan, Councillor Tasha Schwab, John Myers, Rowan Hall and others, hosted by MP Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, always crossing the finish line and left them pull up on the side track. Area Council 1 meeting, West Rural St. Andrew, Stony Hill Vocational High School, Thursday 6 p.m. See you there!
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
my hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock.
26 minutes going up to 12. You know? You never know when a call, will be coming from someone like Angie, who's in fear, as she says, scared because of their situation. She was just overtaken by fear. That man has her in his grip because of the fear he drove into her. And I've long come to believe that one of the greatest attributes of humans is to listen. You must listen, because you never know the difference a listening ear can give to someone in desperate need. I saw a couple of people saying, why is this on this program at the beginning of the conversation? Angie is a young woman who was deathly afraid of this man. And you have monsters like him around. We do. And I'm almost sure that Angie is not unique. She's not the only woman in this situation where they are being battered, abused, and being controlled by the fear that's imposed by their intimate domestic partner. This has been around for a long time. And some women, most women, go through what Angie related to me. Until they're able to get some help. So Angie reached out because, as she said, the silence was suffocating, it was just too much, and she said she needed to speak out. I want to tell you that the Constabulary Force reached out to us through Senior Superintendent Dennis Brooks, who was alerted by the head of the JCF's Domestic Violence Abuse Unit. So the JCF has a Domestic Violence Abuse Unit. And Nora, we're putting up the numbers of the unit. You can pull that up for me. Yes. So that if you're a victim of domestic violence, it's called the Domestic Violence Intervention Center, with locations and contact details in St. Mary, where Angie is. Your station is a Gale police station. That's on the Gale Main Road. And the contact number is 876-975-8112. And there's also a direct mobile contact number if you're in Gale, Angie area, 876-322-0434. And they have contact centers in Clarendon, Kingston, St. Anne, St. Catherine, St. Elizabeth, St. Thomas, and Westmoreland. The division is being led by Inspector Jacqueline Dillon, and there's her number there. So if you are the victim of domestic violence, please, the police have a domestic violence intervention center right across the island. Yeah? There's help you can get. Make a phone call. Yeah? Don't be afraid. Make that phone call. It could be the difference between your life and death. All right? Thank you very much for that, Nora, and for the quick response of the JCF. I must tell you, this JCF is getting better and better and better. Minutes going up to noon. When you get a call like that, and you think about, this could be your sister, this could be your daughter. I'm not going to say it. Who's next? Richie, morning.
Morning, Cliff.
Morning, sir.
I listen, Angie, and it's to chill my spirit. She's a very genuine lady, and I go and tell her why. If she wasn't a genuine lady, she would be looking out for the red flag. You know? And I'm hoping that she will not look on this man, look on the rest of men as this man. You see, this is probably, Cliff, I think 1 year is a short time for people to get married.
Yes.
One of the things that we need to look for.
It wasn't in a year. It was, she met him in April, and they were married by June, July.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm saying 1 year is still a short time for people to get married. 1 year. And I'm going to tell you something. You see, we didn't want that 1 year. Look for the red flag. Now look for the pretty part of it,
Yeah.
Look for the red flag, and when you see one, don't ignore it, because in the long run you go and say, me no.
Yes.
That lady, genuine lady, If she wasn't genuine, she couldn't make this man do what he do her. And I'm hoping she would not look on him man like that man. You get me?
Yes.
I'm so proud of, but at least she get in her head, she make it known. Because I can understand enough, because a man like that, I mean, decide to kill her, drum machete, and that man is a evil man.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to know that it's Jesus. But my mother always said, look, she never want to live with her, You never get anything there,
What she always say?
She never want to live with her.
See me a one and what? And live?
Will live with me. Or the other.
Oh.
You see from me, Cliff? Right now, I would love to find a gen lady, Because you see, if me see a lady and try a picture with her and she not talking to me, I'm going to further with her,
Why?
She will be very secretive. Some of people don't talk about that real genuine, Real genuine, but you see the ones that not talkative, boy, you can't know any of them so easy. And when she might bust out on you might can't manage it. You see the one that is talkative? Me can't take long to know her. You know what I say? People must take note of those things. Look for the red flag, and when you see it, do ignore it. You know something, Chris? We get to meet a lady some years ago, 2017, and it's one of the nicest lady on earth. Because she's so easy to deal with. She give me money to buy some things in the market store one time. We buy them and care back to her, And I tried to make sure that me spend her money good. She said, put them down and pay and go back. Just like that, me say, so you deal it. You see, when you was on the street selling shower sap, canteen and all those things, when me carry to her fair place and put them down, you know something? She's not looking at them until she reach home. That's how easy it is, But you know something? We find one fault with me could murder her. Not being truthful. You want to tell me something like that, you know, easy.
Yeah. That's a warning. That's an alarm bell. Yeah. If somebody lies, stay far.
You see liar and the thief script. That's it,
They go together,
The Bible says
lying and thieving go together.
Them band together. And you see the thief? The Bible says a thief come to steal, kill, and destroy, That thief will kill, but the thief will have something to steal. But you see liar?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we kill her and you did that even know.
All right, Richie.
All right, good.
Take care. Good. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light, and I held firm.
Furnitureland at 112 Constant Spring Road is Jamaica's premier furniture retailer when searching for stylish and elegant pieces for your home. The time by Furnitureland is
Carmen's time, 11:45.
Calling all coffee lovers, the wait is over. The 8th annual Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Festival at Hope Gardens on Saturday, March 1, celebrating the world's finest Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. Enjoy thrilling barista, mixologist showdown, interactive cooking and coffee demos, unique coffee-infused products, art and craft, mouth-watering food village, live entertainment, and so much more. 5,000 for adults, 3,000 for children 12 and under. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. For more details, follow the pages. The Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Festival is presented by the Ministry of Tourism and Tourism Enhancement Fund partners. See you there.
Area Council 1 meets in West Rural St. Andrew, Thursday, February 27th at the Stony Hill Vocational High School, 6 p.m. Deputy Leader MP Desmond McKenzie leads the team. Here MPs Fable Williams, Alanda Terrelong, Senator Marlon Morgan, Councillor Tasha Schwab, John Myers, Rowan Hall, and others. Hosted by MP Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, always crossing the finish line and let them pull up on the side track. Area Council 1 meeting, West Rural St. Andrew, Stony Hill Vocational High School, Thursday 6 p.m. See you there!
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose.
Fox, good morning. Fox, good morning.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, yes, I wait. Mr. Hughes almost 1 hour and it's worth it, you know, by listening to that young lady, you know.
Angie.
Yes, Angie, man. It's worth it, Mr. Hughes, because even in some of my community that we live in, and many ladies are going through it, but sometimes, Mr. Hughes, people talking to some of them, you know, Mr. Bridget, and by the time you look this week, the two of them gone back together again, you know, so, you know, that's an extreme and society again, you know.
Yes.
You understand? Sometimes you hear them a fight and a cuss, but you say, let the man soon kill you. Or let the woman, you want to go burn you and kill you, but sometimes the word just gone in the ear, you know?
Yes,
but me glad, me really happy that Andrew reached out, and the JCF that we have now is far different, as we, you know, from back in the days, you know?
Yes, yes.
Me glad. Listen to me now, my brethren.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to try little spirit now. You know, when you talk to Venetia, but we're not going to say today. Listen to me now. Peter Bunting. I hear that man say, I go over him to come go have a talk to the police fatality. We just want to address Peter Bunting a minute. Because, we not tell you, Mr. Virgin, many of we out here, we don't even want to hear from Peter Bunting, you know. You understand? Because me no want him to come to politicize over there, my brethren. Like when me see them take the Integrity Commission, Business and Care for them platform, and many of us out here have lost confidence and faith in the Integrity Commission, you know, my brethren.
Yes.
Me no want Bunting to go over. Him to come, go mess up with them, you know, make him to come do their work, you know, my brethren. Tell Peter Bunting, just try win some so long as Manchester, you know. You understand? And leave him to come. So me don't know when he jump up a contact, but him have to meet with him to come. Me agree with you. The government must try to enforce. If we're going to build a new Jamaica, we have to bring in the body cameras, Mr. Hughes, because that is the evidence. You understand? And that really will build more confidence, because we know these things can go, you know.
Yes.
Which, and on the other hand, you can't put the gunman nowadays, you know, my brethren.
Right.
So they say anything, you know. First time we used to see a far from so that, you know, enough for me time, you know, my virgin. And I imagine now your time, you know. Them boy are not food none of these. Cut me just I make Peter Bunting. The next thing is you over Portmore there, the comparison. This is going to look protest go on also.
Yeah, I hear there's a protest. There was a protest this morning.
Yeah, me not hear you mention about it still.
Yes, it's in the news.
Yeah, but listen to me now. This shows that the government is on right footing, you know. Why Fick Jackson, Leon Thomas, and Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell, why they not take it downtown at the court, maybe they not start out them business? Why they feel like they want to come in the street? Why they think that we want to see them and make some local people and gather for local people where they don't want to work because I have you a big money man like this. Everybody should have gone and work, my brethren. Remember the PMP say we in a recession and life hard enough. Because when they gather out there look at few and few people and for sure say they're not smart with a youth. Why? Alright, Portmore become parish now. Why they not make Leon Thomas be the candidate? He over so. You understand what I'm saying, my brethren?
For over where?
For our Portmore for the 15th parish. Why they not? Say alright, Leon Thomas, you are going to be my man. For the parish of Portmore, be the next candidate. You understand what I'm saying?
You mean for MP or what?
MP position, man. Because since this argument, because it's only the people, you know, Mr. Hughes, and the ground. And if you listen carefully, just listen to the argument. If you listen carefully, the argument is the hierarchy of the PMP. When they have Leon Thomas is not going to be anymore. I mean, minor, in no division seat, you know. The next thing, Fick Jackson come, they're going to change up the boundary. You understand? So, gerrymandering, political maneuvering. You understand? While the people on the ground are used, are saying total different thing. Different thing, you know.
Well, I don't know. We haven't done any sounding over there to gauge what is the view of the people of Portmore. Yeah, well, we need to go over there and do.
If I use that man and go over the pan ground and hear from the people them. Last thing Mr. Hughes, Northeast, St. Elizabeth. It surprised me you didn't say anything about Delroy slowly down there. You only mentioned Fly Green and Mr. Witter. That see them feet in their trouble and you know Delroy slowly is an strong PMPC from back in the days. So
yes.
Surprised me that you didn't say anything about that.
We didn't poll those. We didn't poll that one. We polled Southwest and Southeast.
Yeah, but things going on good still, my brethren.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Mr. Slowly is going on good and the people and down there. I work with a lot of people that come from down that side, you know, and some of them are saying that they don't want dress. They want somebody from the constituency because, you know, she was in Central Clarendon.
Yes. Yeah.
Running against Mike Kenny more than 2 times. She was against Mike Kenny 2 times. And you understand? But slowly, hold on, slowly rolling on Mr. Hughes. So my brethren,
all right, Fox.
Yeah, we still want to finish up going and send it, my brethren.
Go on about your business.
all right.
7 minutes going up to noon. You'll recall a few moments ago we put up the contact number for the domestic violence intervention centers across the island. Could you just put it up back for us? There's an update on the list. The contact number, for example, for the Clarendon Domestic Violence Intervention Center is down. Yes? Persons can call the Hughes Police Station instead if you're in Clarendon and need help. Hughes Police at 876-986-5130. Call the number at the Clarendon Division Domestic Violence Intervention Center is down, so you can call the Hughes Police at 876-986-5130, or you can call the head of the centers. That's Deputy Superintendent Jacqueline Dillon. I think I referred to her as Inspector. She's now Deputy Superintendent Jacqueline Dillon, and you can get her at 876-224-4646. 4274. That's DSP Jackie Dillon at 876-224-4274. All right? So if you need help, if you are being the victim of a domestic abuser, you can go online and we have the numbers there. Please call for help. All right? 6 minutes going up to noon. Who do we have? Billboard, good morning. Billboard, good morning. All right. All right, I hear from Nora. Residents of Kimana's Garden, Site D in Portmore are begging for your help. There's a garage operating in the community with trucks and other vehicles taking over the sidewalks and areas for residents. The residents have written to the municipal corporation, Mayor Leon Thomas, and the MP Alando Terlong, but to no avail. The councillor for the area is also aware of the issue. The residents are frustrated and they're begging you to make this public. Can you put up the pictures? Yes, there are the pictures coming from the residents of Kimana's Garden, Site D in Portmore. They are pleading for help from their MP, Alando Terlong, the Mayor of Portmore, Leon Thomas, their councillor. They say a garage is operating in the community with trucks and other vehicles. And see the pictures there. Yeah, taking over their communities, their community. And they are blocking the sidewalks and the areas for residents to park. The residents say they have written to the municipal corporation, the Mayor, Leon Thomas, and the MP, Alando Terlong, but to no avail. The councillor of the area is also aware of the issue. The residents are frustrated and they are begging you to make this public. So, residents of Kimana's Gardens, Site D in Portmore, Mayor Thomas, MP Terlong, and their councillors, have you forsaken the people of Kimana's Gardens, Site D? Why you can't fix this problem of this illegal garage? Blocking the sidewalks, yeah? And blocking the community with trucks and other vehicles, some of which apparently derelict. Yeah? No, man. You have to treat the people better than that. Mr. Terlong and Mr. Mayor, people of Site D, Kimana's Gardens, they want back them sidewalks. Yeah? All right. That's how we're going to leave it for the morning session. We're going to make way now for the world at noon. Take care.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
Clear your barrels and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request a customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
12 o'clock.
The News at Noon teasers are brought to you by AnyBet, your best bet.
It's credible and factual. The World at Noon on Nationwide 90 FM.
Good afternoon, I'm Robianne Williams. Coming up in the World at Noon for today, Monday, February 24, 2025. Man suspected of killing 2 women and injuring 3 other people, including a child in Mandeville, remains in police custody this afternoon. A member of the Fair Greenleaf gang is killed during an alleged shootout with the police. Protesters take to the streets in Portmore as they denounce government's plan to turn the municipality into a parish. The finance minister says the opposition leader's comments about new taxes betray a lack of understanding. In regional news, the names are published for the storms expected this Atlantic hurricane season. In international news, Donald Trump names a podcaster as the new deputy director of the FBI. And in sports, Rashada Williams hits a century for Jamaica in CG United Super 50 clash with TNT Women. The details after the break.
The News at Noon teasers were brought to you by AnyBet, your best bet.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
The Midday News is brought to you by Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
Now to the details. Member of the Association of Government Medical Consultants, AGMC, called in sick on Monday morning due to issues they're having with the new compensation structure in the public sector. The issue reportedly concerns the payment of retroactive salaries. In a statement, the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association expressed their solidarity with the AGMC. The JMDA has described the government's response to the wage dispute as lackluster. President of the JMDA, Dr. Renee Badro, is calling the Ministries of Health, Finance and Labour to quickly mitigate the issues.
The Jamaica Medical Doctors Association stands in solidarity with the Association of Government Medical Consultants, AGMC. Today we are wearing black to show our support for their cause. The Ministry of Finance and Public Service has been disingenuous in its treatment of both groups. As doctors, we are not asking for more money. We are simply asking for the Ministry of Labour, the Ministry of Finance, and the Ministry of Health to simply pay us what they owe us. The JMDA and the AGMC are 2 different unions, but we're one profession. And if you have done injustice to one, you haven't done injustice to all.
Dr. Renee Badro, president of the JMDA. This protest comes weeks after the Nurses Association of Jamaica expressed their restiveness over outstanding retroactive pay. The group had a meeting with the Health Minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton, following its protest. The man suspected of killing 2 women and injuring 3 other persons, including a child in Mandeville, Manchester, on Sunday, remains in police custody this afternoon. The incident occurred at a candlelight vigil in Mandeville early on Sunday morning. It's understood a dispute developed between the man, a licensed firearm holder, and several other persons at the vigil. The man reportedly parked his car in an open lot next to his premises when a car driven by another man who was leaving the vigil hit his vehicle. The 2 began arguing and the others joined in. The licensed firearm holder reportedly pulled his gun and fired several times, hitting 5 people, including a 12-year-old. 2 women succumbed to their injuries while the others were admitted for treatment.
Dead is 35-year-old Aldine Dixon of Manchester Colleyville District in northeast Manchester, and 42-year-old Stacey Ann Mulgrave of Barnstable District near Mandeville. Carrie Ann, a friend of the victims, says the reaction of the alleged suspect was unnecessary.
I be say, yeah man, so far out. I should go away. I know I this yes and the girl. Just because she stand up. The defend her cousin say, yo, judge us and I'm gonna put a bullet to her because for what? A man can't look for a fool woman. I put a bullet through them, really? And a little baby boy over what? Because a man just simple scrape your vehicle. They just scrape in a lick him or nothing. I back him back up and just nearly scrape in vehicle because we couldn't even see where the scrape there. And that's your job bullet and shoot 4 people. Plus I maybe 5 persons for.
Carrie Ann remains in shock over the incident.
I'm going to tell her 4-year-old and a 5-year-old baby say, they walk up and I hand this man and I say, Auntie Carrie Ann, where mommy is. Me couldn't answer them, me just break down in the tears, me couldn't answer them. The father for the baby, them, he didn't even know head for the foot right now. Can't believe, I don't know, they don't see girl lay down lifeless, me couldn't believe. Couldn't believe, dead for true, because me feel say it's a prank, you know. Me feel say it's a prank them a prank. Me feel so. I can't reality this. I can't reality. Your mother in the hospital, a back for life. Our sister did a back for life, same way. Over what? What can that man explain? Say, why do that?
Carrie Ann, a friend of the victims of a shooting incident in Mandeville on Sunday. Meanwhile, the MP for Central Manchester, Rhoda Crawford, is appealing for calm as the police continue investigations into the incident.
I'm here just to assure the family that they can count on me for support during this very difficult time, and the community too. I'm appealing for calm, and especially I've spoken to some of the young men in the family and I've been asking them please to avoid retaliation. The police, they're fully aware of what has happened. They're taking their statements, and I know that they will do everything in their legal powers to bring the perpetrator to justice. So I'm just making a very special appeal to family and close friends. Please, do not retaliate. Allow the law enforcement officers to handle this situation.
Rhoda Crawford, Member of Parliament for Central Manchester. A known member of the Greenleaf Gang operating in sections of Hanover and Westmoreland was fatally shot during a confrontation with members of the security forces on Monday. He is 33-year-old Shane Bulgin of Top Geneva and Jerusalem Mountain in Grange Hill, Westmoreland. Reports are about 5:30 a.m. on Monday, law enforcement officers attempted to execute a search warrant under the Firearms Act in Grange Hill. During the operation, an armed confrontation ensued and Bulgin was shot and injured. He was taken to Savannah Lamar Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The police say a 9mm pistol was recovered from the scene. Meanwhile, Nationwide understands that Bulgin was also believed to be a top shooter for the Kings Valley Gang based in Grange Hill, Westmoreland. Our news center understands he was targeted several times by the police over his involvement in criminal activities. The 33-year-old was a person of interest in at least 2 murders in the Westmoreland division. He was also a person of interest in the attempted robbery at the Negril Pier in Westmoreland, which led to the death of 4 armed men in a fierce gun battle with the police. The foiled robbery, in which gunmen were targeting a beryllium armored truck in Negril, occurred on July 26, 2024. It's understood that Bulgin was among some of the men who managed to escape during that confrontation. Nationwide also understands that police intelligence suggests that Bulgin has been involved in contract killings, robberies, extortion, and lottery scamming across Westmoreland, Hanover, and far away as Clarendon. Residents of Portmore and officials of the opposition PNP joined forces on the streets of the municipality on Monday morning as they protested the government's push to make Portmore into the country's 15th parish. Protesters were seen with placards saying, "No consultation, no parish."
No photos! No parish! No photos! No photos! No parish! No mayor! No parish! No mayor! No parish! No consultation! No parish! No consultation! No parish! No water! No parish! No water! No parish! No hospital! No parish! No garbage collection! No photos! No parish!
Residents of Portmore. The House of Representatives has passed a bill which seeks to amend the Counties and Parishes Act, thereby giving Portmore parish status. Last week, Tuesday, a stakeholders meeting hosted by Portmore's Mayor Leon Thomas to discuss the transition with residents was disrupted by clashes between PNP and JLP supporters. At least 3 women have filed reports with the police claiming they were physically assaulted by Mayor Thomas. The mayor issued a statement lamenting the disruption of the meeting and admitting that he did act to remove the placard from the hands of at least one protester. Mayor Thomas was present at the protest event earlier today.
They have no knowledge of where the boundaries are. They have no knowledge of what is going to be given to them or benefits that are going to come. They have no knowledge of how their land titles will be transferred. They want to have discussion, they want to have a say in whatever decision that is being made. And we are just calling upon the Prime Minister and the Minister of Local Government to facilitate discussion with the citizens of Portmore so that their voices can be heard. And I am standing here with them this morning. Very much so.
Leon Thomas, Mayor of Portmore. Finance Minister Favour Williams is rejecting suggestions that the government's projection of increased revenue collection in the new fiscal year is a signal that an undue burden will be placed on taxpayers. The assertion was made by Opposition Leader Mark Golding as he sought to contradict the government's claim of no new taxes in the budget for the upcoming fiscal year.
It tells me that the opposition does not understand that when you tax people less and they have more to spend, that somehow the government can collect more taxes. For instance, I took a look at the PAYE taxes for the nation, and given the fact that we've raised the threshold so many times, you would expect to see a fall off in the PAYE taxes. The opposite. It's grown. Why? More people have jobs, more people may have more than one job, and I just don't believe they understand that when you take money away from people in the form of taxes, you're constraining their spending ability.
Meanwhile, Minister Williams says state agencies have been given a new mandate ahead of the next fiscal year to improve the ease with which Jamaicans can pay their taxes.
Especially at TAJ, when you look at the tax offices and you see people waiting in line to pay their taxes, you have to say we must fix this. Here are persons who are voluntarily coming forward to make good on what they owe. We're not supposed to frustrate them. Similarly, at customs, we have said we want our customs to be significantly more friendly to persons who are doing business with customs. Of course, we have to collect the taxes. We have to ensure our borders are safe and secure, but we can do all of that and still be business friendly and efficient in what we do.
Favour Williams, Finance Minister, speaking on Nationwide this morning on Monday. The Finance Minister says Tax Administration's current Special Arrears Program is one example of an initiative meant to drive efficiency in tax collection instead of imposing new taxes. The program is a one-time opportunity for taxpayers to benefit from a waiver of interests, penalties and surcharges, providing that they clear outstanding principal balances owed on selected taxes by March 31, 2025. President of the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises MSME Alliance, Antoinette Hamilton, is calling on the Finance Minister, Favour Williams, to announce a tax exemption for new businesses. According to Hamilton, that's her main wish as the Finance Minister gets set to deliver the opening presentation in the 2025-26 budget debate.
the need for a 2-year tax exemption on new businesses, as well tax exemption on corporate income tax for the first 2 years of their operation.
Hamilton is also calling on the finance minister to make it easier for the smallest businesses in the MSME Alliance to borrow funds from the Development Bank of Jamaica.
The DBJ falls under the Minister of Finance, and so we have been proposing as well for the DBJ fees, not the banking fees, the DBJ fees to be removed, maybe for, say, 2 years or a year, maybe not permanently, but to remove and reprice in the interest rates so that the DBJ loans are more accessible to small and medium-sized entities, and also to extend the facility to include micro entities, because currently it's only focused on small and medium entities and it excludes the micro entities.
Antoinette Hamilton, president of the MSME Alliance. And Hamilton is warning of negative knock-on effect of the failure by commercial banks to reduce their interest rates in line with actions taken by the Bank of Jamaica.
Cheaper credit provides the opportunity for business to expand, because they can access, instead of using, for example, small business, instead of using their savings, they can now borrow more to expand faster. When they expand faster, it means they can employ more people. When they employ more people, you have payroll taxes, you have GCT taxes. So those are two tax revenue sources that will increase. But you also have people earning, people having disposable income and earning, and economic activities happening. When you can't access credit, it's like you're at a standstill. So you can't expand. The credit cycle is what drives the economic cycle. So people have to also understand that. So if there's a restriction on credit, then there's not much economic activity.
Last week, the BOJ announced it was keeping its benchmark interest rate at 6%. Borrowers, including small business operators, have lamented that despite the move by the central bank, commercial banks are still not lending money close enough to the BOJ's benchmark. She's calling on the government to compel the big two players in the commercial banking sector to comply.
No, as it would have been said by the Bank of Jamaica, the two stronghold in the industry that can really make an impact on whether the policy interest rate is passed through to the borrowers is really NCB and DNS. So if it is that the government places all taxpayer dollars, which is about 100 billion with these two major banks, and they are putting up resistance in terms of passing through that policy rate to the borrowers, then what the government can do is to revise its investment policies for the government agency that deposit money to NCB and DNS to say, okay, instead of depositing all of your funds or 70% of your funds that come into your ministry or your government body, your municipality, you can now deposit with JNNB and JN.
Antoinette Hamilton, president of the MSME Alliance. Member of Parliament for Eastern St. Andrew, Favour Williams, is urging constituents to return her to Gordon House for a third term, citing her record of performance. She was speaking at a meeting of the JLP's Area Council 1 in St. Andrew on Sunday.
You know I am decent. I am not a warmonger. You know me as hard working. Always looking out for you. But listen to me now. People of Backbush, and I'm gonna call the community them. You know that this MP fixed all the main roads. Yes, I know I have plenty roads still to fix. Plenty things and still to come down. And so that's why I need a third term.
According to Mrs. Williams, she has helped to create employment opportunities for constituents while fixing roads and increasing access to potable water.
The JLP government has caused something to go on for you in Backbush, because every time I go down there, we see more and more construction. So it would have never been a work for so long money. People in a Backbush, you know that another would never have running water when this MP started. But many more of you now have running water. I would stop until NWC
Favour Williams, Member of Parliament for Eastern St Andrew. The PNP's Patricia Duncan Sutherland is set to challenge Favour Williams in the next general election, constitutionally due by September this year. In the 2020 election, Williams retained the seat for the JLP by a margin of 2,312 votes. To regional news now, the Florida-based U.S. National Hurricane Center has released the list of names for the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. The top names in order are Andrea, Barry, Chantal, Dexter, Erin, Fernand, Gabrielle, Humberto, Imelda, and Jerry. The announcement comes following what has been reported as the 9th consecutive above-average hurricane season in 2024, which saw 18 named storms, 11 hurricanes, and 5 major hurricanes affecting the Atlantic and Caribbean regions. This significantly exceeded the typical average of 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes per season. Hurricane Beryl made history in 2024 as the earliest Category 5 hurricane ever recorded in the Atlantic Basin. The American singer, known for hits including Tonight I Celebrate My Love and Killing Me Softly with his song, Roberta Flack, has died. She was 88. A statement from her publicist says she died on Monday morning surrounded by her family. Considered by many to be among the greatest singers in the history of soul music and R&B, Roberta Flack was born on February 10, 1937 in Black Mountain, North Carolina. International scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has appointed podcaster and commentator Dan Bongino as the deputy director of the FBI. Trump posted on social media that Bongino was a man of incredible love and passion for the USA and would serve under newly confirmed FBI Director Kash Patel. 50-year-old Bongino, who has worked for the New York Police Department and the Secret Service, is a staunch Trump ally who has pushed the false claims about the 2020 election and other stories. That's it for local, regional, and international news. Sports is next.
The Midday News was brought to you by Total Tools. Every tool, every trade. Success powered by learning. The Time brought to you by Sandals Corporate University. Come grow with us is
12:22. If you owe the NWC for more than 2 years, your aged debt may qualify for a 30%, 35%, 40%, or even up to 50% discounts, depending on its age and other special circumstances. Visit nwcjamaica.com for further information. Don't delay. Let's hear from you today. Dial 888-225-5692 or 888-CALL NWC. Get your share from the NWC's bucket full of goodies, serving you in so many ways.
From the Nationwide News Network, comprehensive, up-to-the-minute local and international sports news, this is the Nationwide Sports at Noon.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to your midday sports report here on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Wayne Walker. Jamaica's women were bowled out for 223 in their CG United Super 50 Cup game against Trinidad and Tobago at Warner Park in St. Kitts and Nevis. Captain Rashada Williams made 51. She was supported by Shadeen Nation 37 and former captain Staffan Itea 49. Anissa Mohammed took 3 wickets while Amrita Ramtahal and Karishma Rahmarak picked up 2 apiece. Over at St. Paul Sports Complex, the Windward Islands, they reached 55 for 2 against the Leeward Islands. Earlier, the Leewards were bowled out for 93. Melissa Clark made 23 and Renice Boyce 24. Affie Fletcher, she backed 5 wickets and Mia Gilbert backed 2. And Barbados, they reached 183 for 5 against Guyana at Connery. Ali Alain, she's unbeaten on 57, and Kishona Knight 54. Shanita Grimond has so far taken 2 wickets. Jody Brown and Kayla McKenna were on target as Jamaica's national senior women's football team beat host Peru 2-0 in Lima on Sunday. In the first of a two-game friendly series, Brown put the Reggae Girls in front after 5 minutes. McKenna struck in minute 52. Coach Hubert Busby says the team played much better in the second half.
It was a little bit difficult from our perspective, which we know was going to be. Peru was going to give us a good game. I think the most important thing for us, not only did we get the result in the end, we were able to adjust and manage the game a lot better. I thought we didn't necessarily do that in the first half, and I think the second half was a lot better.
Hubert Busby of the teams will meet again on Wednesday. Meanwhile, the national under-20 women will tackle host Nicaragua in a top-of-the-table clash in Group D of the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers this evening at 7 in Managua. Both teams are undefeated with 6 points from their 2 games so far, and the Jamaicans have scored 11 goals, Nicaragua 13. A win for either team will secure them a spot in the CONCACAF Women's under-20 final round of qualifiers later this year. Leaders Mount Pleasant Academy will seek to extend their winning streak to 4 when they take on third place Montego Bay United in the second game of a double-header in the Ray and Nephew Jamaica Premier League at the Montego Bay Sports Complex this evening at 7:45. Teagat against Theodore Whitmore. In the opening match, second place Arnott Gardens will go up against relegation-threatened Vere United at 5. In yesterday's results, the champions Cavalier, they beat Chapelton Maroons by 2-1. Meanwhile, Dunby Holden outscored Humberland by 3-2. Harbourview and Tivoli ended 2-2. Racing United, they beat Malines United by 3-2. At Waterhouse, they beat the Portmore United team by 1-0. Manchester United will make up to 200 jobs redundant to return the club to profitability. About 250 members of staff were their positions were made redundant last year in a first wave of cost-cutting measures by co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe. In a meeting with staff on Monday, United Chief Executive Omar Berada informed employees that there would be a fresh round of redundancy exercises as part of a transformation plan. A club statement said, quote, "The transformation plan aims to return the club to profitability after 5 consecutive years of losses since 2019. It added that the additional measures have been taken to improve the club's financial sustainability and enhance operational efficiency. This will create a more solid financial platform from which the club can invest in men's and women's football successes and to improve the infrastructure." The Jamaica Taekwondo Association will be hosting the 2025 Open Invitational Championship at the Alfred Sangster Auditorium, University of Technology on March 8. The post-COVID-19 return of the championship will see competitors from over 25 martial arts schools contesting patterns and forms, sparring, power, and technical breaking. Speaking on Sports Nation Live at the weekend, chairman of the organizing committee, Anike Brown, says fighters are excited for the start of the competition.
We are craving the excitement of the varied martial arts schools. We have a reputation of having one of the best martial arts tournaments in the island, and so they know that they're going in for a good package being hosted by the Jamaica Taekwondo Association. So it's something that I believe that we're all looking forward to. There have been a few smaller tournaments from the different schools, but not of this magnitude where the Jamaica Taekwondo Association is able to have all their member schools as well as karate schools being able to participate as well.
That's Aniki Brown. Campion College and St. George's will be aiming to close out their respective under 19 and 16 ISA Schoolboy Basketball Best of 3 finals on Tuesday. Campion, they lead 1-0 in the senior section following their 50-47 victory over St. Catherine in Game 1, while St. George's College topped Camperdown 52-48 in the first game. Campion College's coach, Ryan Martell, says they're expecting a bigger challenge in Game 2.
Campion came out on top, and I'm happy that Game 1 is ours. But we are taking nothing for granted because we know Game 2 is on Tuesday, and we know Catherine is a school that is going to rebound and then come back hard. So we are prepared and ready to rejuvenate, recuperate, and come back for Game 2.
Ryan Martell. And finally in sports at this time, Luka Doncic, he grabbed the 32 points as the Los Angeles Lakers ended the Denver Nuggets' 9-game winning run with a 123-100 victory in Colorado in the NBA last evening. Doncic made just his fourth appearance for the Lakers since his move from Dallas on February 2, and he was in fine form. He produced a statement win over their Western Conference rivals. Doncic finished with 32 points. He grabbed 10 boards and 7 assists, while LeBron was one of 4 players to get more than 20 points points with 25 in the end. Meanwhile, Nick Claxton's offensive rebound at the buzzer ensured the Brooklyn Nets edged past the Philadelphia 76ers. Tyrese Maxey had tied the game with a three-pointer before Brooklyn's Keon Johnson missed one with 2 seconds remaining on the clock. However, Claxton caught the rebound and scored as the horn sounded. The Portland Trail Blazers recorded their biggest winning margin in the NBA in history as they defeated the Charlotte Hornets 141-88. Anthony Simon, he scored 25 points, while Tamani Kamara, he recorded 20 points, grabbed 10 boards, dished out 6 assists, and Shaden Sharp hit 20 points off the bench. And the Utah Jazz, they beat the Houston Rockets 124-115, while Phoenix turned back Chicago 121-117. And that will do it for your midday sports report here on Nationwide 90 FM. Sports is going to be back on the station at 5:25 this afternoon. Until then, I'm Wayne Walker. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Recycling partners of Jamaica. Yeah, we got to make a change, and we have to do it now, can't wait for later. We put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies and in the drains. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place. Well, I said no matter about your class or status or title, got to be responsible and recycle. Yes, we are talk about plastic buckle boat. You have to make sure say you're the right type to. So look for the triangle with the one heart oh. For that don't matter could a yellow or blue. You have to just make sure them empty, collect them plenty, recycling revenue. So listen up Jamaica, I'm saying it's time to make a change. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies in the every rains. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place.
Guilty. Outperform, outlast. Guilty. We top performance. Guilty. Jackama. Reliable. Full stop. Not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fan select tools, free parts and free repairs. Free parts, free repairs. 2 to 3 years. Guilty. Available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-6111-4. Delta Supply. We service what we sell.
To recap our top stories making the world at noon, members of the Association of Government Medical Consultants have called in sick due to issues they're having with the new compensation structure in the public sector. The issue reportedly concerns the payment of retroactive salaries. Man suspected of killing 2 women and injuring 3 other people, including a child in Mandeville, remains in police custody this afternoon. A member of the feared Greenleaf gang is killed during alleged shootout with the police. I'm Robeanne Williams. You can find the news on our website at nationwideradiojm.com and on the Nationwide app, available on the Google Play and the App Store. Major news next at 5. Good afternoon.
Since 2016, 156,000 more Jamaicans are working. This is more than any other time in our history. Your government is caring for you. The time brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister is
12:33.
Dancehall week, can't miss me. February 23 to March 2, 1 full week of dancehall activities.
New style. Style.
Cliff Hughes online I got there at the Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center on February 26 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the official Dancehall Village to help celebrate dancehall. Follow back on me and come celebrate the dancehall culture at the Cannabis Village. Seminar and workshop I got there. Food and shopping village and the official opening of the Dancehall Museum.
If you wanna hold,
catch me side at Cliff Hughes online. Me a dance and I go with a bag of things. Them I go have dance workshop and boot camps and guess what? It's free all week. go down now. And don't forget the dancehall fashion frenzy on Friday and the dancehall street parade plus the big bad corrosing after party on Sunday. Me, Affidede. It can't miss me. And if you miss it, that rough. But don't worry, Cliff Hughes online go there if you make you know the pre. You see? February 26th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM. We are the revolution in media.
Dancehall of me everything.
Area Council 1 meets in West Rural St. Andrew, Thursday, February 27th at the Stony Hill Vocational High School, 6 p.m. Deputy Leader MP Desmond McKenzie leads the team. Here MPs Fable Williams, Alanda Terrelong, Senator Marlon Morgan, Councillor Tasha Schwab, John Myers, Rowan Hall and others, hosted by MP Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, always crossing the finish line and left them pull up on the side track. Area Council 1 meeting, West Rural St. Andrew, Stony Hill Vocational High School, Thursday 6 p.m. See you there!
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, by God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path. Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis. Weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
Is this real? Hey Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suele.
Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
As a parent, you give your children a good start in life. You nurture, protect, and guide them. Parenting is a process that prepares your child for independence. As your child grows and develops, there are many things you can do to help your child. Stay tuned to The Big Show, Nationwide This Morning, for parenting tips. Fridays at 6:53 a.m. Only here will you learn everything you need to know about parenting. Tips to help parents navigate the incredibly challenging and rewarding journey of child rearing. Parenting tips on Nationwide 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Timeline with the stinger, Honey Bee.
22 minutes going up to 1 o'clock. It's all about what's trending now on the timeline with Honeybee. Good afternoon, Honeybee.
Good afternoon, Cliff. How are you doing today?
I'm alive and well.
Give thanks. Happy to hear it.
And you?
I am alive and well as well. So Reggae Month.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this February has been such a beautiful celebration of live music, something that it has been lacking But all of these beautiful spaces are opening up right across the island, and people are coming together to celebrate the different bands that we have, and coming together to just, pay homage to the reggae legends that came before us, and to ensure that we preserve the culture and carry it on, right? Boom. Me nah beat you. I know you haven't been to any of them, but because the Nationwide was at One Drop on Saturday night, and it was the space was just electric and beautiful, albeit intimate.
Yeah.
Meaning there wasn't a lot of people. They didn't necessarily get the crowd I think they wanted to get, but they definitely had the energy, the right energy.
Good.
Yes. I have some performance. So 3 performers of the night. In fact, 4, because we have to big up Dance Expressions. They did their thing. Luciano opened the show, and then passed on the baton to Grams, and then Barrington Levy closed the night out till all police come like it off.
Really?
Yes, because it was supposed to start from 7. Yeah, and I remember on the evening I was telling the people, listen, at 7 o'clock the show will start from 7 to 10, so make sure to come out early. You know what time is that? About 9:30. Hey! Maybe say to myself, so then imagine the show if you don't do like a just start.
Jamaica.
Yeah, so we have to work on those things still, production-wise. You know what I mean? We haven't gotten it down pat yet, but we do have the talent, Cliff. We have some really awesome reggae acts. And I'm going to show you a snippet of their performances. Of course, you can go to Nationwide 90 FM Instagram page to check out some interviews that were done, and, some more
what time the
clips of
police turn
them.
up?
12 o'clock.
Oh, then give them 2 hours.
Yes. And then eventually, a little bit like about 12:30, so it eventually locked up. But me I tell you, Barrington was on stage, and Barrington up there, shibbity what shibbity that. And then the promoter, she was trying to motion to him to get him to, but Barrington was in his own world. Okay, he was in a flow state. He was not ready to finish performing, because he was like, I have so many more hits.
Yes.
I thoroughly enjoyed him. But we're gonna show Luciano first, then Grams, and then Barrington Levy. Here we go.
So woman, they won't come treat me like butter. 7 days a week, rest them on the work for the street. Snaps so sweet.
Big up to Luciano. Lucy was on the show, Cliff, and honestly, he was. When you have a guest and you just didn't expect the guest to be what he is. I mean, he's so hilarious. He's got stories for days. Like, it's one of the most interesting interviews I've had. You understand what I mean? And
flowed, eh?
What? We say, you forget your questions, okay? We just listen to Lucy. We say, Lucy, tell us more. So big up to Luciano. He's got a great catalog of songs, The Messenger, and he definitely delivered. Now let's take a look at Grams Morgan. Now Grams was also on the show recently, and Grams, he fuses country music because he lives in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh.
Yes, he's also the tourist ambassador appointed by Nashville, Tennessee. So what he does is a beautiful fusion of country music and reggae and rock and so on. Let's take a listen. So that's a song he did in honor of Runaway Bay. Yeah. Basically it was in Runaway Bay. So it was a vibe. The people thoroughly enjoyed that. And then in came Barrington Levy.
She Well, she's got some things to hide. I feel.
Seven fat girls to one slim Virginie. I manage. Well, big up to all the performers from the night. Thank you all so much for bringing such great energy. And thank you Nationwide for these clips and so on. Of course, I think we do have more to bring in the E-Zone later on.
The show.
Yes. All right, so we're going to go for a break and we'll be right back.
Apply to work in the next general election. Visit your EOJ constituency office or apply online at ecj.com.jm. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica, committed to free and fair elections.
The national budget is everybody's business because it impacts every Jamaican. The time brought to you by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service is
12:45.
Get ready to receive your share of a bucket full of goodies from the NWC.
That's so nice, eh?
From January 2 to March 31, 2025, you could benefit from the debt amnesty.
Tell me more.
NWC has amnesty offers that include 50% write-offs, 100% on balances over 2 years, and 25 to 50% on balances depending on the age of the balance.
Who can qualify?
Practically anyone with arrears. If your residential account is disconnected for 6 months or more, you qualify. Or if you are a pensioner or path beneficiary with a balance over 2 years, you qualify. Plus, commercial and residential accounts with balances over 2 years also qualify for discounts. Call 888-225-5692. Check the NWC website or visit any NWC office today.
Ready to take your investments to new heights? Look no further. Barita Investments Limited just scored an A+ credit rating from CariCris. This affirms that your money is stable with a team dedicated to financial strength and expertise. Join the ranks of satisfied investors who trust Barita to deliver results. Don't just invest, elevate your financial journey with Barita Investments today. Call us at 888-429-5333 or visit any of our locations at Kingston, Montego Bay or Mandeville.
All right, welcome back to the E-Zone. I'm the Stinger Honey Bee. He's Cliff Hughes. We're on Cliff Hughes Online. Now, last night, Sunday, so I was outside the whole weekend. So last night, I stopped by Harry J Recording Studio. They had a beautiful live session in the parking lot. So they've started this live couch series where they get, these band members together and some of our budding reggae singers in the industry. And they perform. I don't know if you've ever seen a concert, Tiny Desk on YouTube, Cliff.
No.
So the Tiny Desk is, it's really tiny. They're in this little tiny space, and they have a tiny audience, and they have some of the biggest artists across the world. And you come with your band, you sit up, and you perform live. Yes, for people who like live music. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that came out of Shaggy's Island Music Conference, which wrapped up yesterday over the weekend as well, is the importance on going sort of back to our roots and having artists practice with a live band. What the panelists were talking about is how much that really helps artists to hone their craft and to become better performers, even our dancehall acts, what I mean. And a lot of the younger generation, they don't think about working with a band, and for many reasons. One, because they may feel like they don't have access to those resources, or it's easy to just go into a studio with a local one producer, jump on a track, and that's it. Yeah, but what they're talking about is the quality of the music. We're losing the quality of the music, and in order to be, considered for certain big awards like the Grammys that everybody wants, you have to be putting out the quality work, and that really does mean networking and working with some of the really talented musicians that we have in the island, and so they were really talking about reviving band culture in Jamaica. So I'm very happy to see that. So last night I stopped by Harry J, back to that, Harry J recording studio, and we had a few performances, and I'm going to share one with you. Jimmy Morgan, who is the son of Gramps Morgan, he's now lead singing from the Morgan Heritage Band since the passing of Peter Morgan last year, tragically. And so it's just his dad joined him on stage, and Mojo Morgan, and it was just a beautiful thing. The crowd, oh my gosh, I really loved it. Let's throw to it.
I'm not ready. Come on, girl. One time. Come on, girl. Harry J, are you ready? Ooh, Lord, Harry J, are you ready? Listen, girl, when Margaret Heritage said, I heard about this thing a long time ago, but never had the faith to believe in my soul, yeah. Now Mother Nature said to we, three little birds, they were singing our song, saying it was so, yeah. Now I'm on my way. Anyone come to see us today? Tell them we will be with our people in Jamaica. I'll be down by the river, waiting on the good Lord to pass my way. Oh, yeah.
Lovely singing, and in honor of great singers, Cliff, my gosh, the passing of Roberta Flack. Yes, surprised us this morning. She passed away at the age of 88, right?
Time moves so quickly.
It does.
Because when I read it this morning that she was 88, I said, wow.
Yeah.
And then I started to reflect. I grew up with Roberta Flack in the 70s.
Do you have a song from her that you really like?
Wow.
Killing me softly with this song.
Me can't sing, me can't string a note. So you always are
No, me not see you have to sing it, just tell me title, you know that really? Like the first time ever I saw. Hey,
we hear you now.
No, me barely can't manage neither, I know. So me strongly note them regular, but we just want to honor her. And BBC reported, they said she died peacefully surrounded by her family. Roberta broke boundaries and records. She was also a proud educator, and this is a statement from her representatives. Flack had previously announced in 2022 that she had motor neuron disease and could no longer sing. Yeah. We do have a snippet of from entertainment TV, just remembering her to share with you guys. Go ahead.
Play with this song, killing me softly with this song. High entertainment tonight. I watch you all the time.
There's no question about it.
It was 1984 when E.T. first caught up with Roberta Flack during a sit-down with fellow musician and songwriter Stevie Wonder.
Go ahead.
My feeling is, number one, we're friends.
I have been asked if I would do duets with Stevie. My answer is always I would. I think what you have to be very careful of today in 84, since duets are, that's the state of the art. You have to be very careful about becoming involved in what is now the trend.
By then, she'd already won 4 Grammys, making history as the first artist to win Record of the Year 2 times in a row.
I'd like to thank the world.
I don't listen to music.
Why not?
I make it.
The first time ever I saw your face.
And it was this song, 51 years ago, in Clint Eastwood's movie Play Misty for Me, that set it all in motion.
And the rest is wonderful history.
Tonight I celebrate my love.
That's a clip from Entertainment Tonight. Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, isn't she?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Rest
some
in
people
peace.
just talented.
I know, right? And she never wastes it.
Mm-mm.
Okay? Thank you for your contribution. Rest in peace.
Yeah. What good, Roberta?
Hey.
Thank you very much, Honeybee.
You're welcome.
That's so we're going to leave it this afternoon from Cliff Hughes online. I want to say thanks to all of our YouTubers, our tweets, our WhatsAppers, and of course our callers. I want to say thanks to our producer, Nurage Bant, and our technical operator, Kevin Williams. We're going to make way now for Oasis with Loy Gale. See you tomorrow morning at 10.
You've just heard Cliff Hughes online on Nationwide 90 FM. Join Cliff Monday to Thursdays between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. for Cliff Hughes online.
Like a rock, my hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light, and I held firm